Monroe County already out of the gate, played Allen County Scottsville on Tuesday night and defeated the Lady Patriots 65-55. They're already 1-0 in district play, and it's their first district win since January 30th, 2018, when they defeated Glasgow. Shot the ball, well, not so well. They only shot 38% from the field, but they hit 23 of 31 free throws and had 31 rebounds in that game. And Robert, a team that only averaged about 49 points a game, they scored 65 right out of the gate.
Yeah, they came out of the gate and played really well against an Allen County team that has a lot of players back. And you can say the same about Monroe County. They have a lot of kids back. They only lost 3 points per game to graduation. So they returned the majority of their lineup. They have some really good guards that have been gaining experience over the years, and what were 8th and 9th and 10th graders are now juniors and seniors that are really contributing for them. So a lot of experience back helps, and we'll see a much better core of guards than we saw against Bowling Green. So that's going to be our main contention with Monroe County tonight, is how we handle their guards. And I will say this, I got here a little later than normal. I tried to get here about 5, and I got here 5:15 or so. The parking lot was empty. It's so weird coming to a big rival district game and nobody being in here. So another thing that I think you have to say, boys and girls, in these upcoming district games is we've got to find some motivation, because these first couple of games are going to set your district standings already. So I was looking at the schedule. By the end of January, we'll know who we play in the district tournament in the middle of March. Right. So you got to find that motivation early, and hope you're playing some good basketball here in the first couple of weeks.
And so you don't have the normal student section like we usually do either, to kind of get the team up and going. But looking at Monroe County, the Lady Falcons, they have 8 players that have been on the varsity for 4 years. And you look at Paisley Ford, she's just a sophomore. She's been on the varsity since 7th grade, played on the varsity in 7th grade. She was last year's leading scorer, averaged 14.5 points a game. And but you got Ford, Veach, Myatt, Langford, Bartley, Hatcher, Deckard, and Woods, who all have played 4 years on the varsity. And it was their first win against Allen County Scottsville in 4 years. They beat the Lady Patriots back on February 20th, 2017. But the Trojanettes have only played 1 game this week, and that was against Bowling Green, who was the preseason #1 pick, and defeated the Lady Purples 53-41 in that game. Trojanettes shot 19 of 47 from the field for a little over 40%, were 8 of 20 on 3-point shots, had 22 rebounds. Bowling Green actually shot the ball a little better and didn't put up as many shots, 16 of 39 for 41%. They hit 4 of 13 from behind the arc, had 4 more rebounds than the Trojanettes, 26 rebounds in that game. But Coach Piper Lindsay had 4 players in double figures, almost 5, and that's what you like to see, is balanced scoring, and that was a good way to start the season with a win over Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think that balanced scoring is going to be a tremendous positive for us moving forward. It just opens up so many things. When Addison starts the game off as hot as she was, it really opens things up for Macy or Raven, and it makes Katie's job distributing the basketball so much easier, because the half-court offense just opens up. You can't expect that every night to shoot the 3 ball that well, over 40%, but you would like for it to continue, and like that hot shooting just to help you as you move through the schedule.
Barren County has defeated Monroe County the last 8 meetings, defeated them 3 times last year, including the district tournament, won by 30 or more in all those 3 games last year. 3-time defending 15th district champs. They'll be defending their title for the 4th time coming up in mid-March. Last time a Monroe County team defeated Barren County was in the 2017 15th district tournament, when they won by 10 points. But Barren County rated #2 in the Cat's Paws in the 4th region, #4 in the Bowling Green Daily News, and also the Lexington Herald Leader. Monroe County did not receive any votes to crack the top 10. We'll come back with more of our pregame coverage, tip off the season with huge savings, and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on Nash 103.7.
We're hardworking, everyday people of Kentucky. We strive to
Industries, serving you for nearly 50 years and is here to stay. 270-629-2112. That's 270-629-2112. Stop us contacting
About 9 minutes away from the start of the girls' game here tonight between the Barren County Trojanettes and the Monroe County Lady Falcons. Clifton Hamilton in his fourth season over in Tompkinsville. 29 wins, 49 losses. Coach Piper Lindsay, this is their sixth season. That's hard to believe. She's been head coach 6 years already. 118 wins and 48 losses, including 3 district championships and a regional championship in 2019. And looking at some of the other games around the area tonight, some have been canceled due to the COVID issues at some of these schools. Games around the area brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. Russell County, girls and boys at Clinton County tonight. We'll be at Russell County on Monday night for a doubleheader. District doubleheader tonight over Glasgow against Allen County, Scottsville. We'll try to keep tabs on those games for you on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Edmonson County girls at Grayson County. The boys' game was canceled. I'm not sure which team is actually having the COVID issues, but they're just playing the girls' game unless that one's been canceled as of late. Campbellsville's at Greene County tonight in a girl-boy doubleheader. Bowling Green is scheduled to be at Greenwood tonight in a girl-boy doubleheader. Also tonight, South Warren boys at Christian County. That game has been canceled due to COVID. Caverna boys and girls at Hart County. E-Town girls at South Warren. And, of course, Elizabethtown girls will be here Tuesday night. We'll have that broadcast here, by the way. Owensboro girls at Todd County Central. And another doubleheader canceled tonight is Warren Central at Warren East. And that's district games. So I'm sure, I don't know if they'll try to make them up, but what Coach Warren Cunningham told us, the first game of the district is the one that counts.
So, for instance, we play Allen County next Friday night.
Right.
If that game were to get canceled, we actually have a backup date because we have all of our district games on the schedule twice like we normally do. So I would say teams like Warren East and Warren Central have another date. They might not have to make it up because this year there's just going to be so few days to squeeze in games because we're already playing 3 days a week. Yeah. You probably don't want to play 4 or 5 games a week.
That's true.
And you're limited by KHSA the amount of contests you can have within a 7-day period too. So a lot of things really affect your scheduling and district's first 3 games obviously play a lot more importance when you always say, well, you want to try some things this time and see how it goes down the line. We can't really do that now.
Let's talk about the Zaxby's keys to the game tonight for the Trojanettes to get a victory.
I think our press was really effective against Bowling Green, and that was because maybe their guards weren't as effective. Well, if our press can be as effective with better guards tonight with Monroe County, I think we've got something. So I really want to see how our press affects Monroe County. If we're able to turn them over and get points off turnovers, I think that'll help. And I also want to see how our offense clicks. If we're able to shoot the ball as effectively, if that 40% number shows up again tonight, I really like our chances going 1-0 in the district.
Starting lineups when we come back as we count down the tip-off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on Nash 103.7.
This is Terry Bunnell, Chairman, President, and CEO.
specialize in excavation, site development, and site details.
Here's tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. For the Monroe County Lady Falcons under head coach Clifton Hamilton, his assistant coaches are Sean Mazingill and Lauren Turner Robinson. They'll start Paisley Ford, a 5'7" sophomore who averaged 14.5 points a game last year. She scored 8 against Allen County Scottsville on Tuesday night. Gracie Veach, a 5'8" junior, averaged 7 points and 5.5 rebounds last year. And against the Lady Patriots, she scored 8 points and had 8 rebounds in that game. Malia Might, a 5'2" junior, averaged 7.5 points a game last year. She scored 12 in the win over ACS. Also in the lineup is Ella Mazingill, a 5'3" sophomore, who averaged 5 points a game. And she had 8 in the win over Allen County Scottsville on Tuesday night. The other starter, Ramsey Bartley, a 5'6" senior. She had averaged 5 points a game last year, but picked up 12 in the opening win on Tuesday night. For the Barren County Trojanettes, head coach Piper Lindsay, assistant coaches Scott Chapman, Chad Withrow, and Brent Spillman. Starting Katie Murphy, a 5'4" freshman. She scored 10 in the win over Bowling Green on Monday night. Raven Ennis, 5'8" junior, scored 12 in the win over the Lady Purples. Macy Lockhart, a 5'10" sophomore, 12 points in the win over Bowling Green on Monday night. Emma Hughes, a 5'6" senior, the only senior on the squad. Addison London, a 5'7" junior. She scored 10 in the win over BG on Monday night. Of course, Raven Ennis was voted the number 4 player in the region among the coaches. And this is only the second game of the week for Barren County Trojanettes, as their game against Warren East was canceled on Tuesday night due to the Warren East teams having some COVID issues. And the Trojans luckily got to pick up a game Tuesday night against Harlan County. They drove 3.5 hours to get here, and so they are able to get 3 games in this week, and hopefully that'll be the same for next week. But you just never know with this COVID thing going on.
Yeah, it's just kind of hit or miss. That's why I guess one of the reasons you got 3 games a week is if one of them gets canceled, you still get 2.
Yep. We will come back and get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial opening first half. The officials for tonight's game brought to you by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. They are Scott Daniels, Tommy Young, and Casey Tooley. Back with the start of the game after this timeout, and tip off this season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip off pregame report on Nash 103.7.
This evening is between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Monroe County Lady Falcons, and the home team on the scoreboard, your very own Barren County Trojanettes. And now introducing the starters for the Lady Falcons. Starting at one guard, number 2, Caitlyn Elmore. Starting at one guard, number 3, Malia Maya. Starting at one guard, number 21, Ella Nightingale. Starting at guard, number 32, Ramsey Barkley. And starting at forward, number 30, Izzy Beach. The Lady Falcons are coached by Quentin Hamilton. And now introducing the starters for your very own Barren County Trojanettes. Starting at one guard, 5'4" freshman number 3, Caitlyn Murphy. Starting at one guard, 5'10" sophomore number 22, Macy Lockhart. Starting at one guard, 5'8" junior number 20, Raven Ennis.
Now back to courtside with.
And you're listening to a broadcast on Nash 103.7, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at Nash1037.com. We're also streaming live tonight at BCHS Live. And we're also on 104thescore.com. Glad to have you with us tonight. The big district doubleheader between Barren County and Monroe County. Monroe County in navy blue with silver numbers outlined in white. And the Trojanettes in their home white with burgundy numbers and letters outlined in gold.
Awful quiet in here for a
really
district game. And
it was really quiet in here Tuesday night with just the one game against Harlan County. But Harlan County brought about as many fans as you could bring.
they sure did. I felt sorry for them. I was probably in bed 3 hours before they got home.
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Barren County will have the basketball first. And it'll be Raven Ennis to toss it in across the way at midcourt. And she's looking, still looking. Gets it into Katie Murphy finally. Murphy will set things up. Works it left side over to Hughes. Hughes now sends it over to Lockhart, right side of the circle. Lockhart looking. Swings it left side over to London. And ball knocked away, but picked up by Hughes. Gets it around the perimeter, and is Ennis wide open for the three. Bottom.
Running a nice little flex offense to start. Couldn't get anything out of it, but we got something out of the scramble. Raven wide open.
Way to start out with a People's Bank three for Raven Ennis to give the Barren County Trojanettes the first lead of the ball game. Here's a three-point try in the air, way off the mark for Bartley. Ball's poked away, goes out of bounds, and Barren County will get the basketball.
See a little pressure from Monroe County, a 2-2-1 full court press. We'll see how we handle it. Had 15 turnovers against Bowling Green. Pretty good for a team that pressed the whole game.
Ennis throws it long down the floor to London, feeds it there to Lockhart, drives in for the layup. Good.
Textbook how you beat the press. You get a couple angles and the sprint right down the middle of the floor for a layup.
Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. Makes it a 5-0 Barren County lead. Trojanettes trying to trap the ball, but Monroe County gets an easy two underneath the basket as Mazingill scores.
Yeah, they turned around and did the same thing to us. We've got to be a little better and a little quicker.
Here's London out of the right wing. Picks up her dribble, feeds it to a breaking Murphy. She going up for the layup and gets fouled. Foul on Veach. Her first, team's first.
That's her first, team first. Murphy.
Katie Murphy, third year on the varsity, 5'4" freshman. At the line for two shots. The first one is on the way and is good. This first quarter brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Second shot is missed, and it's got a hand on it but couldn't pull it in. Here comes Monroe County. It's almost like they start five guards out there. Beach is actually the post player, I guess, with four guards. Ford launches a three. No. Long rebound comes off to Murphy for Barren County. Murphy, diagonal pass up the baseline. Lockhart puts it in.
Katie, seeing the floor really well, causes Monroe County to jump up, call a timeout. It's like they're back on defense, but it's like they're not ready to sit down and play.
So now the Trojanettes out to an 8-2 lead with 6:28 to play here in the first quarter. And this timeout is brought to you by the People's Bank in Glasgow, working for you.
We got 3 buckets, and I know we have assists on 2 of them, so that's a pretty good job distributing the basketball, spreading the floor, allows you to have an offense in a good flow, and really jumped out on Monroe County pretty early. Monroe County team that 5-19 2 years ago, 9-17 last year, but you expect them to be improved with the amount of players they have with the experience. You look at it, they had 8 players score 5 points or more. They got 18 points off their bench the other night.
Yeah.
We only got 9 with 1 player, and that was Varney, who played a really good role coming off the bench. So they've got a lot of kids that could produce, but we've done a good job keeping them down in a minute and a half.
Ball comes to the Ford, stolen away. It's Ennis driving in for the shot, puts it in over the rim. 10-2 Barren County. As Ford gets it across. Oh, made a little hop there, but no whistle on that one. They work it down inside to Veach. Veach turns with a half hook, and it's no good, but a foul on Barren County. Veach will go to the free throw line. You thought that Monroe County would be a more improved team this year. Well, they showed that against Allen County Scottsville on Tuesday night with a team that's got all 5 starters back from last year.
Sure did.
First shot missed from Gracie Veach.
What Bowling Green had that caused us trouble, Monroe doesn't have in that size. You mentioned they play pretty much 5 guards. Well, we can match up pretty good against that.
Yeah. Second shot good for Veach. She was a 60% foul shooter last year for the Lady Falcons. 10-3 the score. Here's London with it on the right side. London's open in the corner, doesn't take it. Open again, fires it up for 3, and it won't go. Rimmed out. Ball tapped back to London, throws it up and in.
Addison's got to be ready to take that first shot. I think by the 3rd time she looked at it, it threw her off rhythm a little bit. We've got to have her be a ready shooter.
12-3. Ball comes up court to Veach. Veach has it tapped up in the air. Anna's had it and then reached in by Ford. Anna still retrieves it, gets rid of it to Murphy. Here's London. She's open but doesn't take it. Gives it back to Ennis. Ennis working against Ford. Now looks inside, trying to get it down low to Lockhart, who's posted up down there, but you can't get it to her. Here's Ennis in the corner on the right side. Ennis back out now to London. London on the dribble. Now works it around off the screen from Hughes. Wants to drive with it and then lost it and out of bounds to Monroe County.
Screen by Emma. Had the play set up really well for a back door. We just mishandled the ball.
First substitution of the ball game for Coach Piper Lindsay, and it's Abby Varney, 5'7" freshman for the Trojanettes, who scored 9 points coming off the bench in that win over Bowling Green on Monday night. Here's a long looping pass coming to Bartley. She stops and pivots around and gives it off to Myatt. 3, high arching shot. No. Long rebound. Chased down and out of bounds. I think we're going to get a foul.
Yeah, Katie tried to ease up, but Scott Daniels said she pushed the Monroe County player out of bounds chasing the basketball. Loose ball foul.
Yeah. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Barren County leading Monroe County 12-3. Myatt with the basketball. Right side it goes to Ford. Ford out to Mazingill. Mazingill in the corner to Veach. Veach now sends it back over the left side to Myatt. Myatt on the dribble against Murphy. Goes down to the corner to Veach on the left-hand side. Pulls the trigger. It's off the mark. Offensive rebound by Mazingill. And in the lane, trying to go up against Varney. Puts it up. It's no good, but draws a foul.
Varney gave ground instead of holding it, and that's what ended up getting her a foul.
So that'll be the second team foul of the Trojanettes here in the first half. Mazingill was a 60% foul shooter last year for Coach Clifton Hamilton. First one on the way. Rims good. Couple of substitutions for Coach Clifton Hamilton as they get number 15, Haley Deckard, a 5'7" senior. And also coming to the ball game was Kelsey Langford, a 5'7" senior. Second shot also good for Mazingill. 12-5, Monroe County. As Hughes has it in front court, gives it off to Ennis, and now Murphy will set things up. Driving it into the lane, Ennis lost the handle. And here comes Ford with it for Monroe, and she's going to be called for turning it over. Palming the basketball call against Ford. Gives it back to the Trojanettes with 4:20 to play here in the first quarter. Ball comes into Murphy. Murphy sends it over to Ennis. Ennis now throws it back behind her, and here comes Murphy across the line. Throws it down to Lockhart. Curls around to the left side. Now feeds it there to Murphy. Out to Ennis, top of the key. Right side it goes to Varney. Varney back out to Ennis in between the circles. Half the quarter gone. Murphy will set things up again. She angles off to the right, gives it to Hughes in the corner. Now Murphy, diagonal pass, left side. Ennis pulls the trigger, high arching three, off the mark. And Hughes fighting for the rebound against Ford. Jump ball, possession arrow to Monroe County.
Lockhart's fighting awful hard to get inside post position. I'd like to see us off the reverse, see if we can throw it into her and let her work in the post.
Monroe County with the basketball. Cross-court pass comes to Ford. Ford gets it across the line against Varney. Bounce pass right over to Myatt. Down to the corner goes to Langford. Bounces it back out to Myatt. Myatt trying to penetrate. Goes in the lane. Kicks it over to Mazengill. Fires the shot. It's no good. Offensive rebound by Monroe, but they stepped on the end line.
That's a long two, but I know we forced them into 5 long twos or threes already tonight. They're not a good shooting team. Historically, they were barely 30% as a team last year. So keep them outside and force them to those shots. We'll be happy.
And then Varney loses it out of bounds in front of the Monroe County bench. Unforced.
I think we'll see some new faces tonight that we didn't see play against Bowling Green, and we'll get one of those in here early.
32 is Caitlyn Elmore, a 5'4" 8th grader for Coach Piper Lindsay.
Piper said she has to develop that bench, and we've got to establish some of those kids getting minutes early if we want to do that.
And Elmore's seen her first varsity action. Did not play or get on the floor against Bowling Green on Monday night. Here's a pass, almost broken up there, but Bartley there to get it. Works it off to Myatt. Myatt getting pressure from Murphy. Picked her pocket. She's going to take it all the way. Murphy, right-handed layup. Good.
Davey doesn't get enough credit probably by me for her defense. We focus on her being able to handle the ball, but she's good there.
14-5. Monroe County with the basketball. They tried to throw a pass, but it hit the bottom of the rim. And Barren County back the other way. Ennis on the right side of the floor. Wants to drive with it. Goes to the bucket. Puts it up. Got it.
Good job avoiding the charge and getting the layup.
7 points for Raven Ennis. It's 16-5. Trojanettes starting to stretch the lead a little bit with 2:25 to play here in the opening quarter. Pass thrown away by Monroe County. Defensive pressure getting to the Lady Falcons, and Coach Clifton Hamilton wants a timeout and a full one. 2:23 to play here in the first quarter. It is Barren County 16, Monroe County 5. This timeout brought to you by the People's Bank. People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. When you are away from your radio, log on to Nash1037.com or the Nash 1037 Facebook page and click on the Use App tab on your computer, laptop, or smartphone to listen to the games live.
And social distance from other families.
Had freshman JV games last night against Monroe County, and in the girls JV game, get this score. Barren County beat Monroe County JV girls 60-4.
Oh boy.
That is not a misprint.
Wow.
And then the freshmen and JV boys played last night against Monroe. Freshmen won 42-32, and the JV won 59-24.
Go back to that girl score. We were talking about Piper needing to get some experience for the bench to play in those varsity games. You can see they have the talent, they have the ability. It's just more about getting them in those positions where they're uncomfortable. You see them out there. Varney, a couple of possessions tonight, maybe more uncomfortable than she was the other night. Elmore just got to get her out there to know where she's supposed to be.
Yep. 2:23 left to play here in the opening quarter. Barren County with a 16-5 lead.
Should be able to get a lot more scores tonight than we had Monday night, since
we had some problems Monday night. Especially Allen County, Scottsville, Glasgow. We want to keep up with those. Here's Murphy straight away over to Elmore. Elmore sends it down the corner to Hughes. Fires it down low. Here's a shot going up at short as Taylor Harlow had just checked in the ballgame, a 5'9" sophomore. Angling off right, spinning back left. It's Ford trying to backtrack in. Shot blocked in there by Murphy, but Monroe County keeps it. as Myatt will set things up. Goes right side, knocked away, stolen by Murphy. Murphy on the left side with a left-handed layup. Good.
Very active defensively. She got a block, couple of deflections, and 2 steals directly into points.
18-5. Monroe County throws it away again. Mazingill and Veach returns to the Monroe County lineup. Addison London coming back in for Barren County to give Katie Murphy a break. With 1:41 to play here in the first quarter. 18-5 Trojanettes. Here's Elmore working with it out top. Had it swiped away and stolen. Mazingill with it for Monroe County. Mazingill's going to drive to the hoop, throws it up high off the glass, too strong. And Elmore down on the floor, got tripped up, but no foul called. Here's Ennis. Races across the line, goes down the right side. On the dribble against Veach. Sends it back out to London. Now here's Elmore dribbling in, going right side of the lane. And whistle and a traveling violation. Elmore had an open look. And Varney will return to the lineup for the Trojanettes for Elmore.
You don't want to turn the ball over, but you're going to live with turnovers out of 8th graders and the young kids just to give them some experience. And
there was a walk right there and no call.
Yeah, big time. She actually walked into a trap, though.
Yeah. Here's Veach with it on the left side. Feeds it in the middle there to Mazingill. And the shot goes up and it rims off. Ball knocked down by Ennis. Chasing it down. Throws it off the Monroe County player out of bounds. Macy Lockhart will come back in for Barren County for Raven Ennis to give her a break with 55.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Addison London will handle it now. Sends it over to Varney. Varney back out to London. Back over to Varney on the right wing. Down the corner, Hughes feeds it inside there to Harlow. Good ball movement with the Trojanettes. Lockhart back out to London, getting some pressure. Back over to Lockhart. 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Sends it back over to Varney. Varney will work it around over to London. London, high post there to Harlow. Back to London. Back out now to Varney. 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Being chased, double teamed, and in trouble. And what we got? Jump ball?
Should.
And it should be Barron's ball in the alternating possession with 16.7 to play.
We get Katie back in to orchestrate the offense against the zone Monroe County's thrown at us here.
So London will toss it in for the Trojanettes. Gets it into Murphy. Murphy on the dribble, getting some pressure from Mazingill. Down to the corner goes to London. Down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Lockhart taking it left side, curls back, 5 seconds to play, going to have to get a shot off. Here's Varney trying to go up with a shot. It's partially blocked and the ball knocked out of bounds. That'll do it for the first quarter. Barren County 18, Monroe County 5 after 1 period of play. Back with the second quarter after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Financial advisor take time to really listen to you. Is your financial strategy personal?
Quarter number 2 brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, Cameron Brown, Matthew Clark in the studio. Glad to have you with us tonight to this district doubleheader. Got a score from the Glasgow-Allen County-Scottsville game. Get this one. After one period of play, Glasgow leads ACS 7-3.
Wow, not a lot of scoring, needless to say, right?
Trojanettes lead here 18-5 over Monroe County. And it'll be Lady Falcon basketball as we start the second period. As Myatt sends it out to Mazingill. Mazingill will go left side with it to Myatt. Myatt looks for Bartley. She comes out to get the pass in between the circles. Now Bartley back over to Mazingill. Mazingill back to Myatt. Myatt getting the screen there from Ford. Ford steps out, now looks, works against Lockhart, and takes her one-on-one, but leaves it in the corner with Mazingill. Back out to Veach. Here's Bartley with it, trying to drive. Lost the handle. Loose ball picked up by Ennis. Hughes defensive pressure to force that turnover. Now Ennis, 17-footer right side. Rim's no good. Crashing the board was Hughes. Gonna get a jump ball. Possession arrow to Barren.
Good job by Emma Hughes, going in two hands, getting a rebound, and having the strength to hold on to it as Monroe tried to rip it away.
Ennis gives it off the left side. London back out to Murphy. Back there to Ennis on the left side. Back out to Murphy. Now Murphy down low. Lockhart having some trouble. She's double teamed, and there'll be a jump ball, and this time it goes to Monroe.
It's a tough entry pass for Macy. A little high, couldn't handle it, and they tied it up. She's got her man pinned where we could just throw a lob pass, but haven't looked to it yet.
Ball comes into Veach. Ball's tipped away by Murphy. Lockhart fires it down to Ennis. Turns. She's got a wide open shot. Her defender fell down.
She didn't realize how much of a size advantage, or even that there was nobody there.
Right. 20-5, Barren. Cross-court pass comes to Veach. She'll send it in the middle now to Myatt. Myatt races down the left side. Bounce pass underneath. Veach. And working with it, they give it back out around the perimeter. Left side. Here's Myatt for a three-point shot. It rims off. And battle for the rebound, jump ball, possession arrow. Katie Murphy fighting there with two Lady Falcons, and Barren County will get the basketball.
Monroe County having a tough time shooting the basketball. They were 1 of 8 in the first quarter, 0 of 3 from behind the arc. Our defense doing a terrific job, getting a lot of easy shots off turnovers. Monroe had 8 of them, and we were able to shoot 8 of 12 in the first quarter. So just an overall excellent first quarter, and we started that well here in the second.
Right side, Murphy. Looking for the cutter, couldn't get it to Ennis. Murphy with it on the right wing. Now bounces long out to Lockhart. Sends it over now to London. Out to Lockhart, top of the circle. Putting out a couple of dribbles, gets rid of it over to London.
And come back man.
Oh, dangerous pass. It's knocked down, but Ennis chases it down to the backcourt as it was knocked away by Mazingill. Ennis fires it off to Lockhart. Lockhart looking, wants to drive one-on-one against Bartley, puts it up in the lane. It popped out on her.
Right move, just couldn't get the shot to go down.
Beach with the rebound, Ford down the right side. Myatt with it, halfway to the corner. Bartley left elbow, fires it up there, and it is no good. Rebound, Mazingill going back up, foul on London. Her first, team's third.
I'm not sure that Monroe County would have more than 2 or 3 shot attempts that would qualify as being in the paint. We've just forced them out, way out, 15 feet and beyond to take most of their shot attempts.
Right. Free throw's good. Mazingill has 5 of Monroe County's 6 points. They only have 1 field goal, and she made that one back early in the first quarter. Mazingill for the second toss. It's up. Missed everything. So Barren County will have the basketball with 5:33 left to go here in the first half, leading Monroe County 20-6. Murphy down to the right corner. Varney dribbles. Now reverses back right. Works it goes underneath. Trying to reverse it up. Shot it over the rim. Veach. Myatt into the front court. Myatt, left side. Here's a 3 in the air. Good. Mazingill knocking it down from long range.
Just their second field goal all game.
Yeah, and she's got both of them. 20-9. 1-3-1 zone. Hughes out of the corner for a three. Yes, sir.
Emma's not going to get you a ton of points, but you can't leave her open, and she was wide open and took advantage.
People's Bank three. Oh, we're going to have a reach from behind. And if it's on Katie Murphy, that's her second.
It is. That wasn't much of a foul. I don't think Katie's first one was either. So both of her fouls that'll cause her to come out of the game not halfway through the third period weren't fully earned.
23-9 as Addison Smith comes in to replace Katie Murphy. And she'll have to sit for a little bit with those two personal fouls. Paisley Ford trying to set things up for Monroe County. Goes right side with it to Bartley. Coming to set a screen. Veach rolls off of it, feeds it back to her. Kicks it off in a corner to Ford. Wanted to shoot the three. Lockhart defender. Goes over the shots, partially blocked. Here comes Ennis. And she bounced it off of Myatt and out of bounds. She was trying to come up the near sideline.
I think she was afraid Myatt was going to knock her out of bounds and cause a turnover, so she took it into her own hands and threw it off of her.
Addison Smith, right side it goes to Varney, in the middle to Lockhart. Wow, ball gets loose, but she picked it back up in the corner. Hughes feeds it down into Lockhart. Lockhart in the lane, gonna have to turn and throws it up and hits it. Almost lost the handle. Stayed there to retrieve it. On the other end, Ford with a layup. Got behind the defense. Ford gets her first two, and it's 25-11. Raven Ennis. Over goes to Smith in the corner to Hughes. Back to Smith. Smith, couple of dribbles, straight away over to Ennis. In the middle it goes to Lockhart. Feeds it down in there to Varney. Varney in traffic, goes up with a shot, and she's fouled. Foul is on Gracie Veach. That is her second personal. Number 2 against Monroe County in the first half.
Varney will stand alive, shoot 2.
Abby Varney takes her time, fires and hits. 9 points coming off the bench against Bowling Green on Monday night. 5'7" freshman. And Veach is going to come out of the game with those two fouls. And Brindley Hatcher, 5'8" junior. And Kelsey Langford also returning to the Monroe County lineup. Here's Varney's second shot. It's good. 27-11. Barren County in the press. But Monroe County breaks it. Underneath, here's Bartley. Puts it up. It's blocked. Lockhart blocked it. Tried to go for the loose ball. It's out of bounds to the Lady Falcons.
We were able to close very quickly and get back and defend, even though that we were beat there. So that allows you to push your press even further up, taking more chances.
Ford on the left baseline, looking. Gets it in play to Bartley. Now here's Langford with it. Wants to drive against Ennis. Puts it up off the rim. It's no good. And rebound, loose ball on the floor. Threw it in traffic. Bartley's got it. Back over in the corner. Here's Ford. Dribbles out to the wing. She can shoot it from long range. There's a 25-footer that's no good. Made a bad kick off the right side of the rim and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, she's their best three-point shooter, or at least she made the most last year.
Yeah, she had 47 threes last year. 27-11. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Right side, Varney pulls the trigger for three. It won't go. Offensive rebound by Ennis. One dribble going back up and a foul.
Might have got poked in the eye there.
I believe she did.
Ravens played really well tonight. Defensively, she's gotten some turnovers, converted them into points, and being really aggressive both ends of the floor.
Scott Daniels coming over to check on her, make sure she's okay. Raven Ennis, first one on the way, good. Got double figures, she's got 10 now. And it's 28-11. Graceland DeWeese has checked into the Trojanet lineup, 5'11" junior. Ennis fires, misses this one, goes for her own rebound, goes back up with a shot, too strong. Shot over the rim, left side of the backboard. Here comes Ford racing into the front court. Stops now, heads off right side. And she got out of control, lost her footing, threw up a wild shot. Here comes Ennis. Ennis right side, dumps it down in there to DeWeese, and the ball goes out of bounds off the foot of a Monroe County player.
Had to bounce past it in traffic, and luckily it went off one of Monroe County's feet.
Ford checking out of the game for Monroe, and in for her is Aubrey Woods, number 12, 5'2" senior. Here's Varney, and we're going to have a jump ball as Woods reached in, tying up Monroe County's ball with 2:18 to play.
Didn't run the play the way we should have, and caused us to turn the basketball over. I think she's still having a little trouble with that eye, Raven is, so get her checked out.
Long three, no good. Rebound comes off to Katie Geralds, a 5'7" 8th grader who just checked in the lineup for Coach Piper Lindsay. Here's Lockhart, fakes, drives in the lane, puts up the one-hand shot, baked it in.
Yeah, Macy's the one with the most experience out there right now, and she just took over that offensive possession.
People's bank shot, ball knocked down by Lockhart, out of bounds. They try to throw long.
We got one starter out there.
That is correct. Macy Lockhart, the only starter on the floor now for Barren County with 1:45 to play before halftime. Here's a three of Amayat in the air ball. Goes out of bounds. Barren County's ball leading 30-11.
Made a defensive mistake and went under a screen, gave the shooter a wide open three, but they haven't made many tonight, so got away with another mistake.
Ella Kate Finley, 5'3" freshman, checks into the Monroe County lineup with 1.5 to go here in the second quarter. Lockhart looking. Gets it out now to Geralds. Right side Smith. Sends it out to DeWeese, top of the circle. Over to Lockhart in the left wing. Lockhart back out to Geralds. Now Geralds looking left. Sends it over to Varney. Varney trying to penetrate. Spins. Goes up in traffic. Whistle and a foul. Foul is on Woods. Her first, team's fourth, and that will send Varney to the free throw line where she hit a pair just a little bit ago. Trainer Dwayne Miller over there looking at Raven Ennis, making sure she's okay. Shot's good for Varney. 3 in a row. Varney's second toss on the way. Got them both. Barren County 6 for 7 at the line here in the first half. 32-11. And having trouble. They baseball it down the floor. Here's Woods going under, putting it up, and no good. Crashing aboard. Katie Geralds. Off to Smith. Hooks it off left side. Lockhart. Lockhart spinning. Giving it back out now to Varney on the left side. Bounces it out front to Smith. Sends it right over to Geralds. Now Geralds back out to Lockhart. Gives it left side to Varney. Varney wants to drive with it. And she traveled. 39 seconds to go before halftime. And it's Monroe County's ball. As they get the ball in play to Langford. And now Barren County trapping the ball everywhere it goes. They set it down the floor. Underneath, there's Wood. Shot blocked by DeWeese, and she caught it out of bounds. So Monroe will get it back with 27.7. Woods will toss it in underneath the Monroe bucket. Comes out front to Bartley. She gives to Langford. Back left side, it goes to Woods. Now it's Finley with the basketball, number 10. And there's a long three that's no good for Hatcher. Barren County Smith with it. Gives it off to Varney. 10 seconds to go in the half. Back it goes to Smith. Sends it to Lockhart. 6 seconds. Lockhart in the corner. DeWeese going up the baseline. Throws up the shot and an offensive foul on DeWeese with 1.6.
I don't think we knew the clock. And then once we did, we just bowled over Hatcher for the charge.
So Monroe will get the ball with 1.6 remaining. as they get it into Woods, and that will do it for the first half. The Trojanettes on top here at the break, 32-11 over Monroe County. We'll come back with our halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank. And always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow, let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Contracting believes home is where the heart is, and they want you and your family to love halftime, and the Trojanettes lead the Lady Falcons 32-11. It was 18-5 at the end of the first quarter. They outscored Monroe County 14-6 in the second period of play. We welcome you to the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Looking at scoring in the first half, Monroe County led in scoring by Ella Mazingill, who had 8 points. She knocked down a 3-point shot, had a 2-point basket, was 3 of 4 from the line. The other field goal was made by Paisley Ford, and 1 point for Gracie Veach on 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Mazingill was 3 of 4 from the foul line. For Barren County in the first half, Raven Ennis in double figures with 10 points, 4 baskets, one of those a 3-point shot, 1 of 1 from the foul line, 8 from Macy Lockhart on 4 2-point baskets. Katie Murphy scored 5 in the first quarter on a couple of field goals, 1 of 2 at the line, picked up 2 fouls, but did come back in the game for a little bit. 3-pointer for Emma Hughes. 2 points for Addison London. Abby Varney scored 4 of 4 from the foul line in the second quarter for her 4 points. And seen action in the first half but did not score. Taylor Harlow, Graceland DeWeese, Addison Smith, Katie Geralds, and Caitlyn Elmore. Of course, both Geralds and Elmore just 8th graders, so getting their first varsity action here tonight against Monroe County.
I like seeing some of those girls get in. You can see a clear difference between our stats in the second quarter and our stats in the first quarter, but what matters is we still held Monroe County to a single-digit quarter. So, defensively, that has to be the constant, and then the offense is going to come for those girls a little bit later. So, even with those young girls in there, we just turned the ball over one time in the second quarter. So, you're living with some mistakes and taking care of things, mainly, like I said, the score. So, stat-wise for the half, Barren County shot 12 of 21, 57%. We were 2 of 5 from 3 for 40%. Monroe County, just 3 field goals. Just 3 field goals is a pretty impressive defensive stat for Barren County. 3 of 15, 20%, just 1 3-ball out of 9 attempts. So rebounds were pretty even. We out-rebounded them 11-9. And like I just said, Monroe County turned it over 10. We turned it over 5. I think one of the biggest differences in that was we weren't able to get them to as many turnovers in the second quarter, so we did not get any points off those turnovers, and it seemed like Monroe County was able to get a few more shots off, and ultimately the result was the same. They didn't make any of them. So I really like what we've been able to do, and we start, even with the young girls, old girls, whatever, we can start nitpicking. Little things like in that offense, we've got to hold the ball just a second so somebody can make a screen, make a cut. They're open, but by the time they're open, we've already reversed the basketball. So those are little things that Piper can talk about at the halftime, but you see there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. They're already back in the floor just a little over the halftime break. So Piper got to be pretty happy. We're well on our way to going 1-0 in the district, and those district games, like we said, the first 3, so we'll be done with them pretty quickly this year.
Yep. Don't forget, at the conclusion of every game, we select a Monticello Bank MVP of the game. Monticello Bank's your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. On the Coca-Cola scoreboard, we got one score here to report in the other district game going on at Glasgow tonight. Halftime of the girls' game. ACS has taken a 16-13 lead over the Lady Scotties. I think it was 7-3 at the end of the first quarter, so it's 16-13 now at halftime. Find out scores and results from middle school to high school each day on our school's website. Go to barren.kyschools.us, click athletics, and then the sports report to get scores from middle school, freshman, JV, and varsity. Got a busy week next week. We'll be at Russell County on Monday night for a girl-boy doubleheader. Tuesday night we'll be at home against Elizabethtown. That'll be a JV varsity girls game. We'll have the varsity game on the radio, while the guys will travel to Ohio County, so we'll update you on the score up there. But we'll be here at home Tuesday night to bring you the Trojanettes against Elizabethtown. And then next Friday night, a week from tonight, we'll be on the road at Allen County, Scottsville for another district doubleheader.
Busy week. 3 more next week.
Yeah, and that's the way it's going to be, as long as we continue to be able to play with the COVID pandemic. It's 3 nights about every week.
And I hope that's the case. You never know. The numbers are what they are, but more importantly, it's not necessarily numbers throughout the whole state. It's numbers within your team, within your school, within your community that are going to keep you from playing.
Back with the Farmers RACC Jackie Brownlee Memorial second half after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
At People's Bank, we are proud to offer one-on-one personal.
Construction business. They specialize in be a success. CRS Construction in Glasgow. Call them at 2-0.
32-11. Barren County leading Monroe County as we get ready for the third quarter, presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Zaxby's second half keys for the Trojanettes.
I don't think you change anything. You just keep on keeping on. It'd be nice to keep our girls out of foul trouble, get you some opportunities here in the third quarter, put it away, and see some more young kids get some more minutes in the fourth.
Yeah. Trojanettes will go back with Raven Ennis. She's back in the lineup here to start the third quarter. Katie Murphy, Addison London, Emma Hughes, and Macy Lockhart. Monroe County going back with Massingale, Myatt, Veach, Ford, and Bartley. Barren County's basketball to start the third. Katie Murphy. Trojanettes moving right to left here in the second half. Goes to Ennis on the left side, back out to Murphy. Sends it over now to London. She's looking, throws it cross court back to Lockhart. Now Lockhart dribbles back behind the wing, goes to the hands of London, but Ennis there to get it. Out of the right side of the floor, getting some pressure. It's taken away from her. Myatt just pulled it away. Ford on the left side, back to Myatt. Thought about the three, and she traveled.
Turnovers for both teams on their first possession. I think Piper a little frustrated with our first possession. She had drawn up a play either in the locker room or right here before we came out, and our girls didn't execute it and ended up turning it over.
Yep. Here's Ennis in the back court. She's in a trap. Sends it to Murphy. In the middle goes to Lockhart. Lockhart dribbles it down. Sends it in the corner to London. Out to Ennis. Open three-point shot. Got it.
Continues to play well.
Her second People's Bank tray of the night. 13 points for the junior. And ball was knocked out of bounds. Veach will, or no, it'll be Myatt to toss it in.
See if we can get some turnovers here off this press. We kind of laxed on it in the second quarter.
Comes into Bartley. She's in a trap. Fires it back to Myatt. Up court it goes to Massingale. Massingale heads toward the middle. Goes underneath. She double dribbled.
We're a little slow in our rotations on the front side, but we're turning them over on the back side. So one way or the other, the result is the same.
Ball comes into Murphy, gives to Ennis, goes to the middle now to Lockhart. Got around Ford. Takes it down the right sideline and needs some help. Gets with the basketball to breaking Murphy underneath the Hughes for the layup.
Great vision, extra pass on the assist.
That assist brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. Pass almost picked off, and it hit the leg of London. It goes out of bounds. They try to throw it underneath the basket. 37-11. Trojanettes with the first 5 of the second half. As the ball comes in the corner, and well, I don't know about that one. I think it was last touch by Myatt, but I'm going to say the Trojanettes got a fingertip on it.
I'm not going to complain. I think they're just definite benefit of the doubt to Monroe.
Ball comes out to Massingale deep on the left side. Sends it off to Bartley. Bartley bounces back out to Massingale. Massingale trying to set things up. Goes right in the middle of each. Turnaround jump shot. Rims no good. Cleared out of there by Lockhart, and she gets bumped underneath the basket by, I believe, Massingale. That's her first. Monroe County's first of the second half.
Fouls number 21, Nella Massingale.
Full timeout call by Coach Clifton Hamilton and the Lady Falcons. We played almost 2 minutes of the third quarter. Barren County leading 37-11. So we take a People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. Stay tuned. Our second game coming up tonight between the Trojans and the Falcons.
Should be an interesting one. They went down to Allen County the other night, so they are definitely going to be itching for a district win to avoid going 0-2. Hamilton kept them in the locker room at halftime the entire 10 minutes, and then we haven't even played 2 minutes, and he wants a full timeout. So he's definitely trying to coach them up. There's a huge deficit to overcome, so it's probably not as much about tonight. It's a long way to go in the rest of the season.
Talked about Barren County has won the last 8 meetings in a row against Monroe County. Last time a Lady Falcon team beat a Trojanette team was in 2017 in the 15th District Tournament. Trojanettes winning 3 times last year by 32, by 33, and by 31.
So it's been almost 4 years.
And the way this game's going, it possibly be in the 30s as well as far as the margin. It's at 26 right now. Barren County with a basketball. They break the pressure from Monroe County. London's got it on the right side. Has an open look at a three. Doesn't even look toward the basket. Ennis working with it now against Ford. Needs some help. Flashing in underneath. Here's Lockhart laying it up and in.
Good move. We're taking full advantage of our girls cutting to the basket and doing a good job finding them.
39-11. In the lane. Shot goes up and in from Asingill.
Not a bad move. Euro step around Hughes.
She's got 10 of Monroe County's 13. London down the left side. Holds up now. Looks for Murphy. She's got it with Myatt putting pressure on her. Now throws it in the left corner. London open. Lets it go. Three. No. Offensive rebound by Emma Hughes on the right side. Ball gets away. And then diving forward was Myatt. Went out of bounds near midcourt.
Addison shot ready that time. She has not looked to shoot very much after coming out of the gate, ready to pull the trigger in the first game.
Addison London out between the circles. Angles off right. Sends it down the baseline. Murphy. Back out to Hughes. She'll fire it up for three. Oh, it almost went in. Long rebound comes back off to Murphy and tried to feed it to Hughes, breaking in lane. Taken by Lockhart, goes up with a shot, puts it in with the left hand off the bench.
Pulled through, and she had clear space to the basket.
12 points for Lockhart, 41-13. Driving with it is Myatt. Lost the handle. Raven Ennis racing down the court with it. Ennis driving all the way to the bucket. Lost the handle. They're going to say it was tipped away out of bounds off Monroe County. And I believe Coach Clifton Hamilton has decided to pull his starters.
It's a wholesale change, isn't it?
Yep.
5 in, 5 out.
Re-entering the ladies half lineup, number 33, Hatcher. Number 20, Langford. Number 12, Wood.
Murphy will toss it in the left baseline for Barren. Looking. Feeds it in lane. Here's a shot going up. No good for Varney. Puts it back up. Shot it too high. Offensive rebound by Murphy. Throws it to Hughes and back out to Ennis for three. Bounces, rolls in.
Wow.
3-point basket.
That's three People's Bank threes for Raven Ennis tonight. She's got 16. And it's 44-13. Ball deflected by Murphy, but caught by Langford, or rather Deckard, as it comes back out front now to Finley. Finley with a bounce pass on the right side to Deckard, and she goes down with it. Loose ball on the floor, but picked back up by Finley. Bounces out top to Langford for three. It's short, barely grazed the iron. And here comes Murphy with it for Barren. Diagonal pass, deflected out of bounds. It's intended for Hughes. Barren will keep it.
Another thing on that picky list that we can work on is our transition spacing. We had two girls in the same spot. That allowed a couple defenders to go and knock that ball away instead of an open layup.
Yep. Ennis sends it out to Murphy. Murphy back to Ennis. Right of the lane. Her defender fell down. Ball gets away. Loose ball and out of bounds off of the Monroe County player.
She tried to make a strong move to the baseline. She was already kind of leaning that way. The strong move to the inside would have been more open.
Murphy on the right baseline to toss it in. Feeds it in there to Ennis. Fires it up from 6. Ooh, spins out. Rebound comes off to Monroe County's Finley. As Finley will bring it up with 3.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Lobs it down inside. It's deflected, but caught. Monroe County keeps it alive on the other end. Here's Langford going up with a shot off the window. Good, as Varney fell down. 44-15. 3:16 to play, third quarter. Katie Murphy with the basketball for Barren County. Now drives right, cut off by Finley. Straight away Varney in the corner to Hughes. Back out to Varney. Gets rid of it over to Murphy. Diagonal pass left side over to Hughes. Has an open look, doesn't take it. Here's Lockhart in the circle. Over to Murphy. Murphy trying to penetrate in the lane. Dumps it back off to Ennis. Now gives to Varney. Back out to Ennis. Straight away. High arching three. No. Rebound in there by Langford from Monroe County. Langford taking it up the right sideline. And now gets rid of it to Deckard. Works it inside the paint. Here's a shot going up too strong. Hughes with a rebound. Barren County wants to run. Hughes will give it over to Lockhart. Fakes the three. Holds up now. Gives to Ennis out front. Fires it down in there to Varney. Varney turns in the lane. Going to have to get out of there. Back to Ennis. Now goes to Murphy. She's going to drive left side. Throws it up and in.
Good tape by Katie. The whole left side of the floor was cleared out.
7 points for Katie Murphy. Taylor Harlow. Caitlyn Elmore coming in for Barren County as Emma Hughes and Katie Murphy go out with 2:11 to play here in the quarter. It is 46-15. Monroe County with the basketball. Langford bounces across over to Woods. She gives to Deckard. Back out to Finley. They go in the corner. Here's a three in the air. Good. That's Brinley Hatcher knocking it down from long range in the deep left corner. It's 46-18. Ennis wants to drive. Goes to the bucket. A collision. Offensive foul. First foul on Raven Ennis.
Put her head down and went right down the middle of the lane. That's a good pull-up off the glass shot that she needs to take.
Re-entering the Trojanette lineup, number 30, Gerald.
And now Katie Gerald has checked back into the Trojanette lineup. So right now, Lockhart is the only starter on the court for Coach Piper Lindsay. Minute 39 to play here in the third. They dump it inside Woods. They kick it out to Langford. Got away with a walk and a collision here. Oh, a block.
Carney was close.
Blocking foul on Abby Varney, her second personal, number 2 on the Trojanettes here in the second half.
Abby Varney, that's her second, team second.
I thought she actually did a good job being parallel to the defender and moving her feet.
First foul shot missed by Langford. She'll have one more. And this free throw is up. It's good. Langford, one of the 5 seniors on this Monroe County basketball team. 46-19. Varney with it, right side, gives it out to Geralds. Rather to Elmore. Geralds feeds it down low to Varney. Bounces back to Geralds. Here's Harlow with it, left of the key. Over the right side to Elmore. Elmore dribbles into the key, had it swiped away, had to go chase it down. And getting some pressure out front from Finley. Goes with it right side over to Lockhart. Lockhart heads into the paint, stops and puts up the jumper and hits it. Kind of step back for her 14th point. 48-19, 53 seconds to play. Langford to Finley. Finley wants to penetrate. Throws it off on the left wing. 3 by Woods is no good. Rebound comes off to Elmore. Elmore fires it down the court. Here's Lockhart going up with a shot. No. And put back up and in by Geralds. Katie Geralds, the 8th grader, getting her first points in the varsity book. It's 50-19. Working it down low and a spin move going left is no good. Air ball by Deckard, going back up with it, an air ball and a foul. Whether that was Hatcher missed it the first time, but a foul going to be called on Barren, and that will be Harlow's first. Barron's third, and that will send Deckard to the free throw line for 2 shots. Deckard, another senior on the Lady Falcon team. Free throw on the way, good.
Re-entering the Trojanette lineup, number 5, Smith.
Addison Smith comes in for Macy Lockhart.
Re-entering the Lady Falcon lineup, number 10, Finley.
50-20. Back of the line is Deckard for Monroe County. Her second shot is in the air, and it rims good. 50-21, 20 seconds left to play, third period. Barren County with the basketball. Left side it comes to Varney. Sends it off to Harlow. Harlow throws it back to Smith for a 3-point shot. No. Offensive rebound. Harlow puts it back up and in.
Kept the basketball up, didn't let Monroe County strip it, and put it right back up and in.
That'll do it for the third quarter. Barren County 52, Monroe County 21. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this break as you're listening to Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Trojanettes scored 20 points in the third. Monroe County scored 10. And Barren County now with a 31-point lead heading into the fourth period. The fourth quarter brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Be Monroe County's basketball to start the fourth. As Langford will toss it in play. Comes into Deckard. Deckard dribbles right. Now gets rid of it to Woods for the three-point shot. She drilled it.
Wow.
Three-point basket, Woods.
It's a tough shot. Turn around through a screen.
52-24. Driving it right down the lane. Whistle and a block. As Elmore was going to the hoop. Foul on Brinley Hatcher, her first and the team's second.
That's her first, team second. Elmore will step line to shoot two.
Caitlyn Elmore, 5'4" 8th grader, missed the first shot. She'll have one more. Second shot is short. Did not hit the rim.
You'd like to see this group stretch the lead out and maybe put it over that magic threshold, but we've gotten close. Monroe's hit 2 threes to get it back under the 30 mark.
30 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. Finley with the basketball, working out there against Elmore. As she bounces off to Hatcher. Now Finley with it once again. Hooks it into the lane. It's going to be picked off in there by Harlow. Barren County has it going the other way. Smith, long pass down to Geralds. Now Geralds will throw it back, and it's stolen away by Langford. Finley, bounce pass underneath. Deckard can't handle it. It goes out of bounds.
Just sloppy both ways right now, isn't it?
Yep. Almost a minute gone here in the fourth. Elmore will handle it. Straight away over to Smith. Smith, right side, Elmore to Harlow, and she threw it away.
The right idea, just not executed. That needs a little more air underneath it, and Gerald's going to be able to lay that in.
Monroe County's ball. Deckard will bring it up. Left side, Hatcher behind the arc. Has it knocked down to the pass, trying to throw it on the top of Harlow. Loose ball, Varney's got it. Varney, bounce pass off to Elmore. Elmore works it into the lane, flips up the shot, it won't go. Got her on a rebound on the left side. Dishes it back out to Varney, she traveled.
She knew she'd...
Back in.
I don't see us doing that.
Re-evaluating Falcons lineup. Number 32, Barkley. Number 21, Madison Gill. Number 35.
Graceland DeWeese is checked into the Barren County lineup. Monroe County with the basketball. Myatt with it to the right side. Sends it out to Woods. Straight away. Three. No. Off high. Pulled down by Geralds. Geralds gets rid of the basketball to Elmore. Elmore races up court with it for the Trojanettes. Going all the way to the bucket. Puts it up and in.
Keep going till somebody stops you. Nobody did. Layup.
54-24. 30-point Barren County lead with 5:52 remaining. Working it inside the paint. Flipped up and in. That was Mazengill. She has 12 of Monroe County's 26. 54-26. 5:39 to play in the ball game. Harlow with it on the right side. Sends it off to DeWeese, left of the circle. Out to Smith. Right side it goes to Geralds. Out to Elmore. That is swiped away for a moment. Got it back though. Now got bumped. Smith feeds it back inside there. Flipping up the shot. It's no good by Elmore. Try to draw the foul there. Here comes Monroe County the other way. Myatt trying to force up the shot. Had it blocked out of bounds. And Paisley Ford comes in for Woods. Coca-Cola scoreboard. Allen County Scottsville girls lead Glasgow 27-22 after 3. Working underneath. A shot high over the rim. Battle for the rebound. DeWeese comes out of there with it. Gives to Smith. Now Smith trying to go up the sideline. She's going to be fouled by Myatt. Her second, team's third.
Foul zone number 3, William Myatt. That's her second, team third.
3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Re-entering the Trojanet lineup number 10.
As Elmore bounces over to Smith. Out to Gerald's. Gerald's back over to Harlow on the right wing. Out top is DeWeese. Back over to Smith on the right. Back out front it comes to Gerald's. Elmore with it now. Covered up by Myatt. Wants to drive with it. Can't. Goes in the corner to Gerald's. Gerald's back out to Smith. Smith wants to drive with it now. Leaves it out there with a three-point shot of the air. No good. Long rebound comes off to Smith. She's in a trap. Gerald's with it. Left side. 17-footer in the air. Good.
We've got a lot of those hustle offensive rebounds again tonight, and that one got us some points.
56-26. Pass broken up by Smith. They flip it back up to Addison Smith. She goes in for the layup. Got it.
I think Addison got the tip. She did. Yeah. And Graceland just threw it ahead to her. Great job by Graceland. Heads up move, threw it up, let her go chase it down. Got a point off a turnover and a layup.
And Monroe County threw it away, or actually stepped over the line, I guess. 4:05 left, 58-26. Barren County. They get it into Harlow, trying to go up with a shot. Slipped out of her hand and out of bounds.
We got it close again, about the time for Monroe to hit another three. Every time we get it 31-32, yeah. Monroe hits a three.
Just can't push it any further. Right side it comes to Ramsey Bartley. Bartley now looking down low. Here's a shot. No, hit the bottom of the backboard. That was Veach. Coming there with Smith. She gives to Elmore. Elmore, left-handed dribble. Goes down in the corner to Harlow. She fires a 15-footer that bounces off the rim. Veach with a rebound from Monroe County. Forward into the front court. Down the left side of the lane. Throws up the shot. It's no good. Barren County with a rebound. That's Elmore. And now Elmore is in a trap. They're going to call a foul. It's on Paisley Ford. Her first, Monroe County's fourth. A couple of changes in the lineup. Monroe County, Haley Garment, a 5'6 sophomore. Number 44, Morgan Davis, a 5'8 senior. In for Barren County is 25, Allie Bowie, a 5'6 freshman. And 35. And Ashley Atkinson, and she's a seventh grader. Goes down in the corner now to Bowie. Out to Elmore. Here's Gerald's with it on the right side. They work it around the perimeter. As Atkinson gets rid of it over to Bowie. Gerald's with it now. Just under 3 minutes to play. Here's a shot going up the lane. Banked in by Elmore. 60-26. We need one more point, two more points. Driving it forward. Has it blocked. Barren County the other way. Elmore gives it to Atkinson, top of the circle. Atkinson driving, has it swiped away, lost the handle on the dribble, picked up by Myatt. Here comes Monroe County, hooks it off underneath. There's a shot going up and in for Garmin.
All three of our girls took the ball. Nobody took the trailing Monroe County Lady Falcon, and she got the layup.
60-26, ball swiped away by Bartley and out of bounds. They try to go to Bowie.
Yeah, they tried to pick us up, and we didn't have anybody really come back and help and try to get it in.
Number 12, Woods. Number 20, Langford.
Woods and Langford checking back into the Lady Falcon lineup. Bartley and Ford go out, or rather Myatt. 2:08 to play. Pretty quiet in here. 60-28, Barren County. Atkinson out to Gerald, swings it left side to DeWeese. Out to Bowie. Back over it comes to Elmore. Back out front it comes to Gerald's. Gerald sends it back over the right side to Atkinson. Atkinson right side over to Bowie. Minute 45 left. DeWeese with the basketball. As they work it, here is Gerald's. Leaves it in the corner. Bowie has a shot blocked. And here comes Monroe County on the run. Hatcher bounce pass across the lane. Shot going up over the rim. Offensive rebound. Another shot goes up, no good. Rebound by Monroe County. Chasing it down, Davis. Around the perimeter. Here's a three by Langford. No. Rebound comes off to Bowie for Barren with a minute 13. Leave it over with Atkinson with a minute 8 to play. DeWeese left side, and we're going to get a timeout to get a couple more players in the game for Coach Piper Lindsay. Emma Sampson, a 5'4" sophomore.
Number 33, Chesney Mcpherson.
33 is Chesney Mcpherson. She is a 5'4" freshman for Barren County as we get down to a minute to play. McPherson with the basketball. Out it comes to DeWeese. Back to McPherson. Now gives it in the middle there. It's Atkinson. Bounce pass, baseline. DeWeese fires and hits.
It was a good find. Got the ball to the middle, opened things up, and when the defense collapsed, she found Graceland in the corner for a 2.
62-28. Langford trying to drive to the bucket. Had some trouble with it. And it's taken away in there by Barren County. That was Sampson that came up with a loose ball. Atkinson trying to go back to Sampson with it. It's stolen away. Going to get a foul.
Fouls on number 4, Emma
Sampson. Only the 4th foul on Barren County in the second half.
That was a theme from the other night. We didn't shoot a lot of free throws at all. I don't think our girls have shot very many tonight either.
Only shot 2 the second half. 62-28 with 20 seconds to play. Here's a 3 that comes up short for Hatcher. And Chesney Mcpherson with the basketball for the Trojanettes. Sends it off the right side of DeWeese. Flips it out to Atkinson's going to go over her head. Trying to chase it down. It's stolen. Going in for a wide open layup. Good at the buzzer for Garmin. And that's the ball game. And Barren County wins it 62-30 over Monroe County tonight as the Trojanettes go to 2-0 overall, 1-0 in district play. And the Lady Falcons drop to 1-1 in district play. We'll have the Monticello Bank MVP of the game coming up shortly, as we'll get Coach Piper Lindsay for Coach's comments, brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal today at your Glasgow McDonald's. Coach, an easy victory for you tonight. Had a chance to play everybody.
Yeah, we did. I was glad to see that all the kids get into play and to get in the game. We've had 35 practices, and it's just great for those younger kids to get in there and to get some varsity experience. So definitely excited for that.
You jumped out early, 18-5, and you went ahead 32-11 at halftime. Never looked back. Again, your reserves tonight getting a lot of playing time, and that's what you like to see. We got 8th graders and 7th graders coming in.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, we're up 21 points, and I'm still yelling at them at halftime. But it's just our execution. We still got to work on, and I tell them it's great that we can do this now, but what about when we play E-Town or Apollo or Bowling Green? We've got to clean up this stuff, and I know it's just our second game, but still, we demand to do things right now because we know that it's going to help us in the long run.
Yeah, and you got 3 games next week with Russell County, E-Town, and Allen. And Allen right now leading Glasgow girls by 1 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Huh, really?
Does that surprise you?
It does a little bit. I was kind of shocked with Monroe. I was, but I mean, again, anything can happen on any given night. Of course, that's why they play the game. But as far as us, we still got to focus on us and do those little things. I feel like defensively we were okay at times, but definitely got to clean that up.
What do you want to work on between now and Monday night?
Well, main thing is our offensive execution. Our spacing wasn't very good. You come off of a game Monday and then play like this, But again, I mean, I know I'm tough on them. I thought our press was effective and we got some easy baskets early. But we just got to bring that same intensity every single night, no matter who we're playing, and that's another thing that we've got to focus on.
Russell County on the road Monday night, a team that Well, they were ranked pretty high in the preseason. I think they lost their best player, but still they got Julia Ball. She's an outstanding player for them.
Yeah, they do, and we've got to make sure we can contain her, and then some kids outside of her. We've just got to make sure we, again, focus on us, be solid defensively, execute our offense. I felt at times too rebounding. We didn't rebound very well like we usually do. So it's those little things that we are going to focus on, for especially next week.
Yep. Coach, congratulations. We'll see you on Monday.
Jay, thank you.
All right. The Trojanettes winning easily tonight over Monroe County by a score of 62-30 over Monroe County. And we will come back with a post-game report brought to you by CPC Commodities, proven in our farm, made for yours. As you're listening to Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
listening to the Barren County Basketball.
And we welcome you to the Postgame Report, brought to you by CPC Commodities, proven in our farm, made for yours. Monroe County losing to the Trojanettes tonight, 62-30. Barren County goes to 2-0 overall, 1-0 in the district, and Monroe County falls to 1-1 overall and 1-1 in district play. For the Falcons, Trojanettes led 18-5 at the end of the first quarter. Lady Falcons trailed 32-11 at the half. It was 52-21 after 3, and Barren County wins it 62-30. Monroe County with 10 field goals. 3 of those were three-pointers. They were 7 of 10 from the line. Leading the scoring was Ella Mazengill, who had 12. 4 points for Haley Garman. Aubrey Wood scores 3, 2 for Haley Deckard, 3 for Brinley Hatcher. Kelsey Langford scored 3. Paisley Ford had 2. Gracie Beach with 1 point. Malia Myatt did not score. Ramsey Bartley did not score. They both started. And also Morgan Davis with Ella Kate Finley seeing action but did not score. Barren County had 26 field goals. 4 of those were three-pointers. And the Trojanettes were 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. Raven Ennis was 16 tonight. She had 3 threes. 14 from Macy Lockhart. Katie Murphy scored 7. Emma Hughes had 5 tonight. 2 for Addison London. Taylor Harlow scored 2. Abby Varney had 4. Graceland DeWeese with 2. Addison Smith with 2. Katie Geralds had 4. And Caitlyn Elmore had 4 points in the game. And you want to select the Monticello Bank MVP, Robert?
We had a lot of kids get in the scorebook, a lot of kids play well, but I think it really started with Raven getting us going. I know she was the leading scorer, and a lot of times you just look to the leading scorer to be your MVP, but she really got us going, kept us going throughout the game, and at some point she just took over and got the points that we needed to push out of that victory. So Raven will get it several times this year, but she, I think, stands out tonight.
Yeah. Monticello Bank, Trojanet MVP of the game, Raven Ennis. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor, Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Trojanettes shot the ball really well tonight, 26 of 48, 54%. You got to be happy when you can shoot it above 50%. They shot the ball 4 of 11 from 3 for 36%. Both teams shot just 10 free throws. You'd like to be a little bit better of 6 of 10, but that's what it is. Monroe County 10 of 31, 32%. I think our defense was excellent tonight. When you can force them to shoot 15 threes and they only make 2, you definitely are happy with that. We out-rebounded them 29 to 16. You would have liked to seen that margin a little bit better. There were some times where they got 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in a row. Only turned the ball over 10 times tonight. So I thought we took care of the basketball, forced them into 17 turnovers. A lot of those we got points off of. So all in all, a good night for the Trojanettes. We got a weekend to rest up before we head down the Parkway, just about an hour, to Russell County, who was rated ahead of you in some polls.
Yes.
In the region.
And again, you know, they only have, well, tomorrow and Sunday, because we're playing Monday, Tuesday, Friday. We're not, you know, usually you're off on Mondays, extra day of practice, but that's not the case this year.
And I don't know how you adjust your practice. If you come in over the weekend or you just take 2 days off and come play, those are some coaching decisions you have to make. I guess you mix it up a little bit to get practice and get ready. So nonetheless, 2 days of no games and then back at it 3 games next week.
Well, we'll come back to Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip-off. Pregame report for his second game tonight between the Trojans and the Falcons. Tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Glad to have you along with us tonight here from Barren County High School. The Trojans against the Falcons in Game 2 of our doubleheader this evening. Ashley Gerald's his second year at Monroe County. They lost to Allen County Scottsville on Tuesday night in a district game. 73-30 was the final score there. A team that went 10-18 last year. They lost to Barren County 54-40 in the District 15 tournament. And they've lost 6 of their last 7 toward the end of the season. season last year, and a team that lost all 5 starters from last year's ball club, including their leading scorer, Grayson Rich, who averaged 16 points a game. And we found out that before the game that their, I guess, top scorer that returns, if you want to say that, Tucker Glass, is not playing tonight. He rolled his ankle over in practice yesterday, so he will not play tonight. One of the 4 seniors on this Monroe County team.
It's a tough loss for them. You said they lost all 5 starters. Well, those 5 starters were their 5 leading scorers. Tucker Glass was the 6th leading scorer. Yep. So technically, tonight, they don't have their 6 leading scorers from last year. I did the math on just their 5 leading scorers. That was 48 of their 58 points from last year. So how do you replace 48 out of 58 points? It's very difficult. You see they had a tough time in their first game only putting up 30 points. You don't see very many boys teams that can only muster 30 points. Now, I granted it is against Allen County, who has a pretty good squad returning, but at the same time, you got to score more than 30 to win. Hopefully the Trojans can put forth a defensive effort like the Patriots and get their first win of the season.
Yeah, Trojans are 0-2 to start the season, but they played 2 very good basketball teams Monday night. The number 1 team of the region, Bowling Green, probably one of the top 5 or 6 in the state, you'd have to say. 65-40 was that final score. And then Tuesday night, a game that was, we really didn't know till Tuesday morning if it was going to happen or not. But Harlan County came 3.5 hours over to play the Trojans and went home with a 63-51 victory. The Trojans did not shoot the ball well, especially from 3-point range, only 1 of 19. And you're going to have to score more than 45.5 points a game to get some wins.
Yeah, I was being critical of Allen County or Monroe County for just scoring 30, but I can't be very critical. We just scored 45. So, we've got to find a way to score the basketball too. So I think 2 teams tonight that have got to find their offensive groove. We'll see who finds it first. Definitely has a better chance to win the game.
I didn't mention this in the girls' game, but we go to Monroe County 2 weeks from tonight. And that's another district game. Yeah. But this is the one that counted.
Right. So no matter if we win, lose, or draw that second one, this is the one that goes down for your seeding in March.
Yep. Trojans won 3 over Monroe County last year, 63-53, 47-45, and that was here. And then beat Monroe County 54-40 in the district tournament at Allen County Scottsville. Aiden Niken led in all 3 games for the Trojans. He had 21 points and 17 rebounds the first outing, then had 12 points, 8 rebounds second game, had a double-double in the third game, 17 points and 11 rebounds. The Trojans ranked number 2 in the Cat's Paws preseason, number 5 in the Lexington Herald Leader, and number 3 in the Bowling Green Daily News Prep Poll. Of course, the Daily News Prep Poll will be out again on Tuesday. But Aiden Niken voted the number 3 player in the region this season by the coaches. He scored 21 against Harlan County on Tuesday night. Another big week coming up for them. Of course, we'll be on the road Monday night at Russell County. Tuesday night, we will not broadcast the game at Ohio County. We'll be doing the girls' game here against Elizabethtown. But on the road next Friday at Allen County, Scottsville, and that's a biggie.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough week. Russell's not bad. I don't think Ohio County's very bad either. And of course, Allen County, Scottsville, I think is probably. I'll say this, your main competition to win the district by rankings and maybe by my opinion, which doesn't count for much, but that's what I think anyway.
Anxious to see how Allen County, Scottsville, and Glasgow boys come out tonight. Of course, Glasgow played Greenwood pretty tough, lost by 10. And, of course, Allen County, Scottsville blowing out Monroe County by 43 at Tompkinsville. Yeah. So we'll see how that turns out. Tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. We'll be back with more pregame in a moment. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off Pregame Report on Nash 103.7.
Did you know community banks channel their loans to the neighborhoods where their depositors...
BC is here to help.
Glad to have you with us tonight here from Barren County High School on a Friday night. Trojans and Falcons coming up here in about 4.5 minutes. And along with Robert Bauer with color tonight, Cameron Brown's our statistician, Matthew Clark in the studios of Nash 103.7 tonight. Robert, what's the Zaxby's key to the game for the win for the Trojans?
Pretty simple. You got to knock down shots. We got some decent looks the other night. They just didn't go in. So if you knock down a couple, the rim gets a little bit bigger. If you miss your first 3 or 4, it's going to get a lot tighter. So come out and make your first couple of shots. Hopefully Warren's got a couple of plays drawn up to get some open, good looks to start the basketball game, and then we go from there.
Starting lineups are brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. Ashley Gerald's in his second season in Tompkinsville with the Monroe County Falcons. His assistant coaches are Dylan Gerald's and Daly G. They'll start John Owen Harlan, a 5'10 sophomore who averaged 2.8 points a game last season. Clayton Biggerstaff, a 6-foot senior, averaged 1 point a game. Brandon Sheffield, a 6-foot senior, averaged 1 point a game last season. Jamison Pruitt, a 6'5 senior, averaged 1.6 a game for the Falcons. The other starter tonight will be Deaton Emmert, a 5'11 junior. Of course, we mentioned Tucker Glass out tonight with an injured ankle, so I'm sure he'll be back. Hopefully, he's one of the seniors on this Falcon basketball team. For the Barren County Trojans, in his 13th season as the head coach, Warren Cunningham, 211 wins, 158 losses. His assistant coaches, Lee Johnson, Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, and Austin Burge. Starting Gavin Withrow, 5'9", 150-pound senior. In the first 2 games, he's averaging 4.5 points a game. Aiden Niken, 6'6", 210, a junior, averaging 19 in the first 2 games. The only Trojan averaging in double figures. Mason Krigg, 6'1", 155, a junior, averaging 6 the first 2 games. Tay Pointer, 6', 160, junior, 2.5 points in the first 2 games. Ryan Shirley, 6'2", 190, and a junior, who's averaging 1.5 points a game for the Trojans. Coming off the bench will be Corbin Murphy. We'll see Aiden Miller. Aiden Miller had a big game the other night against Harlan County. He scored 14 points.
And Aiden's minutes are going to increase, and that's an offensive outlet that we have. Aiden's not going to knock down any threes, but we almost got to go inside out. We got to start making those layups, open it up, so they have to collapse down and give us some outside looks where we just find some confidence.
The officials for tonight's game, the same 3 we had in the girls' game: Scott Daniels, Tommy Young, and Casey Tooley. The game officials, sponsors, brought to you by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. And we will have the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial first half opening coming up. First quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Back with the start of the first quarter after this timeout. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Financial advisor take time to really listen to you.
And we're about ready for our second game of the evening, this District 15 doubleheader matchup between Barren County and Monroe County. And just got informed that Aiden Miller is not here tonight. He's not hurt. He's not sick. He's with the Beta, and from what I understand. So he will not be playing tonight for the Trojans.
That doesn't help. It doesn't help. But you got to have somebody step up and fill that spot. I think we won the toss. We'll get the ball first. I got an explanation that makes the most sense I heard the other day, and it still doesn't make a ton of sense, but they said that the reason that we don't do the jump ball is to protect the older official more than it is the players, because the official, goes in between the players, and so they're in that close proximity. Yeah. But they're still right here by the coaches who are giving them an earful if they don't like what they got. So, it's still just one of the formalities of where we are, and some things we can laugh about in a very serious situation.
Yep. Monroe County in navy blue tonight. White numbers. Get silver trim. Barren County, their home white. Burgundy numbers. Letters outlined in gold. Their bench to our left, Monroe County's to our right. And I think we have more people than we had here Monday night, don't you?
We have several more people, but definitely not a raucous environment like you would see. Both student sections would probably be full, and they've got the third bleacher, which you pull out very seldomly for spacing and distance and so forth, and you would actually probably have to pull that out in a normal Monroe game because of the amount of people. Right. So it's just not the same, but what matters is the kids getting to play.
Still following the guidelines and protocol. So
what is it, next week you open it up a little more?
Next Monday night, yeah. The 18th, is that right? What is today?
Today is the 8th.
Yeah, I mean, it's a week from Monday. Okay. Trojans with the basketball. Here is Withrow. He'll give it over to Tay Pointer. And Monroe County in a 2-3 zone. They dump it to the high post to Griggs. He'll kick it off in the right corner to Pointer. Back out it comes to Niken. Niken wants to drive into the paint, forces up the shot, and it's no good. Rebound in there by Pruitt for Monroe County. Not the best shot to take. Monroe County's Pruitt with the basketball, gives to Harlan. Harlan wants to drive. He's cut off by Pointer. And they kick it back over the right side there to Biggerstaff. Shot goes up, missed everything. And then thrown back up, no good. Back up again, a foul. Going to send Sheffield to the free throw line. And Brandon Sheffield. Got him listed at 6 feet and a senior for the Falcons at the line for 2 shots.
One thing I was going to say in the opener is we should have a rebounding advantage against this Monroe County squad tonight. Mm-hmm. But right there, they get 2 offensive rebounds and go to the free throw line to get the first lead.
Mm-hmm. So Monroe on the board first, 2-0. Quickly in the front court, Withrow. Pointer with it on the right side deep. Back out to Withrow. Shirley with it on the left side of the corner. Niken. And back out it comes to Shirley. He'll give it to Withrow. Played almost a minute, and it's a 2-0 Monroe County lead. Right side, Pointer. Wants to drive. He's cut off. High post, right side. Niken backs away on the dribble. Trying to penetrate right of the lane. Back over to Pointer. Fires up a 3. Got it.
That wasn't an open shot. Hand in the face. Yeah. Good-looking shot, though.
People's Bank 3 for Tay Pointer. Hope we see a whole lot more from him. Good defensive pressure by Aiden Niken to force Emmert to walk with the basketball.
Good ball pressure. Makes things a little bit more difficult. And when you got the help behind you, get out and do it.
Monroe County stays in the 2-3 zone. Top of the key, off the screen. It's Shirley in the corner. Here's Pointer 3. Good!
Well, what I said in the opening was we need to draw up a couple of plays, and it makes sense that Monroe County is coming out and zoning a team that struggled to shoot the game before. Draw up a couple of plays to get some kids some open looks, build some confidence. Tay got a wide open 3 in the corner after he knocked down a tough shot. Back-to-back 3s after we really, really struggled the other night. So there's some confidence.
Yeah, Biggerstaff just went to the bench limping. I don't know if he turned an ankle or what. 6-2 the score. Monroe County with the basketball. as Emmert trying to get it across midcourt, does against Niken. Now dribbles with the left hand, reverses back right, being chased, double teamed. He's in trouble, and going to get a timeout by Ashley Geralds. Had him sandwiched right at the midcourt line. People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. Final score in on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Glasgow girls come from, well, they were behind after the third quarter, but came back and beat Allen County Scottsville 37-33. So now Allen County Scottsville is 0-2 in the girls' side in district play.
That's right. They got beat by Monroe the other night, got beat by Glasgow tonight, and we play them
next Friday
night, right? So that'd be a tough way to start your first couple of weeks if we push them to 0-3. And that pretty much makes you 2-0, and it almost makes you play them already, you know.
District tournament will be here this year. Ball comes into Harlan. Got Pointer guarding him closely. Takes it on the left side. Here's a shot out of the corner for three. That is no good. Crashing aboard Pruitt. He puts it back up and in. They got Austin Arnett in the ball game, in for Sheffield right now. 5'8", or Biggerstaff, that is, 5'8" sophomore. Here's Shirley on the left wing. Out top with throw. Right side in there is Niken. Has a shot blocked by Pruitt and tries to go for the loose ball. Trying to dig it out there, but Harlan threw it away. Pointer was there to grab it. He'll kick it back out to Withrow. Left side is Griggs. Back to Withrow, trying to penetrate. Had it swatted away from behind by Arnett. Here comes Monroe County the other way. Sheffield in the corner. Three in the air. Good. Arnett knocking it down from long range. Monroe 7-6. Cross-court pass, Niken. He'll pull the trigger for three. It's short, missed everything underneath the Shirley, and he put it in.
Shirley wisely looking up to see where that ball was coming from instead of waiting to get it off the rim.
8-7. Harlan with the basketball from Monroe County. And now we'll give it off to Arnett. Arnett now getting some pressure from Withrow. And now in trouble with it. And a traveling violation on Arnett. That'll give it back to Barren, as Corbin Murphy will check into the Trojan lineup. 6'3", 235 at a senior, and also coming in, Eli Brooks, 6'6", 165 at a sophomore. So a big, taller lineup in there for Coach Warren Cunningham right now. And you got Niken, Murphy, and Brooks, along with Pointer and Griggs on the court. They work it inside there to Niken. He goes under and lays it in.
Corbin was the one that set that up, used his big body to set a screen to get Aiden the ball, and then cleared the way for him to have a layup.
10-7. Barron County leads it with 4.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Working it across the line, Emmert, and a whistle, and we'll get a foul on Corbin Murphy.
Showed around the ball screen, but kind of bellied up. The ball handler knocked him down. Already we've ran more sets tonight than I think we've ran the first two games combined, and getting points off of those definitely helps.
Sheffield gets the ball and play in the corner to Emmert. Emmert curls around. Gets some pressure. They feed it inside. Knocked down by Griggs. Here comes Pointer. One-hand pass up to Niken. Niken, off-balance shot, no good. Got bumped on the shot, but and what we're going to get here, Murphy, I thought, got the rebound.
I think they tied him up.
And so Monroe's basketball.
Yeah, that one, I know they're letting him play. I don't have a problem with that, but Aiden, big, strong kid, that doesn't excuse all the contact. You got to call something there, block or charge, and it definitely affected his shot.
Emmert will toss it in for Monroe County. Emmert having trouble trying to get somebody open. Finally got it into Pruitt. And now Emmert trying to set things up. Being chased. He's in a trap. They're really dogging him. Looked like he may have got away with a walk there.
Yeah, he scooted out 3 feet. No dribble, didn't he?
Yep. Emmert will hand it off out there to Harlan. Back to Emmert. He'll fire it up out of the corner over Murphy. It's no good. Ball got right in the hands, and a shot put up and in. That's Sheffield.
The running and jumping really puts a lot of pressure on you to find a man and box him out. Monroe County's already got several offensive rebounds and keeping it tight.
Griggs with it, left side Pointer. Fakes, drives, baseline, one-hand shot, bounces off. Rebound to Pruitt from Monroe County. Good look. Yep. Here comes Sheffield. Left side, Harlan. Breaks to the middle. Whistle and a blocking foul.
They tried to take a charge. If he lets the ball handler come into him, he may get it. I think he kind of drew the contact and forced the issue.
Gavin Withrow coming in for Mason Griggs for Barren County. Ball comes in the corner to Emmert. He'll give it out to Pruitt. He lost the handle. Had to go chase it down almost to midcourt. Now he's going to have to do something with it. Gives it to Harlan. Harlan now coming off the screen. A whistle and a moving pick called against Pruitt. And so that will be his first and Monroe County's first team foul of the game with 3:16 to play here in the first quarter. Brooks will toss it in as it comes into Withrow. Monroe County 2-3 zone defensively. Pointer, high post left. Niken turns, misses everything. Didn't even hit the rim, hit the right side of the backboard. Harlan with the basketball. Out to Emmert. Emmert wants to drive against Brooks. He goes in for the shot, and it won't count. Traveling violation on Emmert. Barren County's basketball with 3 minutes to play here in the first. And leading 10-9. Withrow out to Brooks. Brooks fires up a 15-foot jumper. No, too strong off the back of the rim. Going to the floor. Traveling violation on Niken, and it will be Monroe County's basketball. As Emmert will toss it in for the Falcons. Comes into Harlan. He's working against Pointer. Harlan. Into the front court. Out front. Harlan wants to drive the basket. Floats it up to Pruitt in the corner. Emmert, or rather Arnett for three. It's no good. Brooks with a rebound. Gives to Niken. Niken wants to push it up the right side. Slows it up now. Now cross-court pass over to Pointer. We had to get up high for that one. Out to Brooks. Brooks leaves it out there with Withrow to set up. Niken with a three-pointer. No. Offensive rebound. Murphy back up and in.
Good job by Corbin making some things happen out there. We're getting a little three happy. You knock down your first two. You need to do something else besides just shoot the three. Fortunately, an offensive rebound cleanup.
12-9. Barren County leads it by 3. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Harlan with the basketball, guarded by Pointer. Bounce pass off to Arnett. Bounces it out now to Sheffield. Sheffield trying to work off the screen. A bumping foul on Murphy.
Coming out and challenging a little too hot instead of closing out and gets another bumping foul. That's his second, isn't it?
Yep. So he'll have to come out. That's a 14 foul. Ryan Shirley returning to the Trojan lineup. As the ball comes out, they almost stolen away by Griggs. Good defensive pressure, forcing Harlan to touch it, and it went out of bounds.
It's like he swatted at it instead of grabbed it. I don't know what he was doing there, but we'll take a turnover.
Withrow setting things up, left side Shirley. Back to Withrow, right side it goes to Brooks, back to Withrow. Feeds it in there to Niken, the right elbow. Niken in a lot of crowd there, goes up with a shot, he's fouled. And it's going to be on Pruitt. That's his second. Number 2 on the Falcons. Going to send Aiden Niken to the free throw line. Minute 33 left to play here in the first quarter. Niken's first free throw, no good. Coming in for Pruitt will be number 24, Peyton Knutson, 5'11" junior. Second shot good for Niken. Barren County leads it by 4 now, 13-9. Working with it on the left side. Emmert goes down low. Harlan post up in there with a hook shot. It's up. It bounces off. High for the rebound is Eli Brooks. Withrow kicks it over to Niken. 3 in the air. Good. Long 2. Pushes the lead out to 6 at 15-9. Emmert with it on the right side. Hands it off, coming by him. It's Sheffield. Shot rims off. Rebound, Griggs. Outlet pass tipped away. Out of bounds by Arnett, and it will stay with Barren County.
I guess Brooks is getting Miller's minutes tonight. Murphy got some of them as well before he went out with those 2 fouls.
50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Niken long range left. Barren up 6, 15-9. Right side it goes to Griggs. Down to the baseline, Shirley. Shirley trying to go up the baseline. His jumper is up. It's no good. Up high for the rebound. Brooks turns in the lane, puts it in.
Eli's gotten a couple of strong rebounds just going up and getting it using his size.
A guy that has grown 5 inches since last year. He's 6'6". Gets the bucket to make it 17-9. Ball swiped away. Look out. Here we go. Boom. Aiden Niken with a dunk.
Poked it away. His ball pressure's been really good early.
19-9. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Harlan in front court against Griggs. Takes it left side, spins away, and swiped away by Griggs with 2.1. Falcons will keep it here on the side. Sheffield will toss it in. Sheffield gets it in play. Emmert has a shot blocked, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Trojans push it out to 10 at the end of 1. It's 19-9 over Monroe County. Back with the second quarter after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. 19-9, the Trojans lead the Falcons as we start quarter number 2, presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, Cameron Brown on stats, Matthew Clark in the studio of Nash Icon. We're also on BCHS Live tonight. Glad to have you with us. Withrow in the corner to Brooks. He's going to pull the trigger for 3. It rimmed down on him. And the ball knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Tay Pointer knocked down a couple of threes in that first quarter. Here's an inbounds pass from Brooks to Niken for the easy 2.
We were really good on inbounds plays the other night, and here again.
21-9 now as the Trojans have stretched the lead out to 12. Harlan with a basketball from Monroe. Looking for help. Looking for Arnett. He's got it to the left side. Yep, got away with one. And here comes Sheffield with a basketball, reversing it back to the right side. Handed off to Arnett. He comes left, bounces off to Harlan against Withrow. Harlan in the corner. Here's a 3 in the air. That is an air ball. Ball's tipped out long. Chased down. Brooks has got it, but tapped away by Harlan as he retrieves it for the Falcons coming the other way. Pulls up straight away. 3-pointer short. Barely grazed the iron. Ball's loose on the floor underneath the basket. Niken trying to come away with it, and he's fouled. Foul is on 24. And that's Knutson, his first, team's third. And we're going to get a timeout here with 7:07 to play in the first half. 30-second timeout call by Coach Ashley Geralds and the Monroe County Falcons. This timeout brought to you by the People's Bank in Glasgow, working for you.
So let's look at the last 4 minutes. Carried over from 3 minutes to go in the first quarter to this first minute almost gone here in the fourth quarter. At that 3-minute mark, it was a 10-9 Barren County lead. So we were up by 1. Since that point in the last 4 minutes, minutes, we've stretched it out to a 21-9 lead. So that means we're on an 11-0 run over the last 4 minutes. We shot 47% in the first quarter. Monroe just shot 27%. We were 8 of 17, Monroe 3 of 11. So we're getting up more shots, we're hitting more shots, and I like that ratio. Only 4 threes attempted, 4 out of our 17 were threes. Pretty good ratio. We can take that.
Griggs in the corner left-hand side. They feed it into Niken. He's triple-teamed in there, trying to dribble out of trouble, trying to go a wraparound pass to Ryan Shirley. And they're going to say last touch by Arnett. He was down on the floor. So Barren County will keep it. Underneath their basket to the right is Tay Pointer, has checked back into the Trojan lineup. And he'll throw it in the corner to Griggs. Almost dropped it out of bounds. And he'll throw it back out to Shirley. I think they wanted a double dribble, but he just kind of dropped it when he caught it. On the high post in there to Niken. Turnaround jump shot, 12-foot, no good. And the ball hits the floor, and they get rid of it up court. Spinning away with it, that's Jamison Pettit, who's in the ball game now for Monroe County. Knudsen gives it out now to Harlan. He drives it out of control, and he traveled. He ran into 2 Trojans.
They were trying to fight over who was going to take the charge. I think Gavin had a good shot at it, but Ryan was also there in pretty good guard position.
Colton Stevens in the ball game, 5'7", 145 and a junior for the Trojans as he came in for Aiden Niken. 21-9, Barren County. Stevens picks up the dribble in the backcourt. Pointer with it. High looping cross-court pass to Withrow. Inside there, here's Griggs throwing up the shot and banked it in straight away.
Threw it high.
Falling away.
Yeah, threw it high up off the glass.
23-9 on the People's Bank shot by Mason Griggs. Longest lead of the ball game. Arnett in trouble, threw it away. Shirley's got it, got a 3-on-2 break. Shirley pulls up, now goes left side, over it goes to Stevens. 15-footer on the way, air ball. Coming up with it is Sheffield from Monroe County. Crossover to the right, kicks it off in the corner to Arnett. Back out it comes to Sheffield. Sheffield gets a screen from Pettit. Now he dumps it into Pettit, going under, throws up the shot. It is going to be an offensive foul on Pettit.
Help came from off the ball by Ryan Shirley. As soon as the guy caught the lob, he was pretty much in Ryan's lap.
Eli Brooks back in the Trojan lineup for Gavin Withrow, and it is Pruitt back in for Monroe County, playing with those 2 fouls. 5:40 to go in the first half. Barren leads at 23-9. 1-2-2 half-court trap. Bounce pass comes to Brooks. Dribbles to the right side of the floor. Dumps in the corner to Shirley. Floats it back out to Stevens. Swings it around to the left side of Pointer. Going baseline. Pump fake. Trying to go up with a shot. No good, but a foul. And is it on Pruitt? It sure is, and that's 3, unless I've missed one somewhere. Yeah, it's 3.
Right.
15 foul of the Falcons here in the first half, and Pointer at the line to shoot 2.
They is wisely taking advantage of making those 2 threes. They're really running at him hard. He just gives him a nice little gentle ball fake, has taken advantage the last 2 times of the baseline, got a little short jumper to go, and this time was fouled.
So Pruitt goes to the bench, and also go to the bench is Sheffield, as they've got Emmert back in the game, and Arnett. And Pointer back at the line for his second shot. It's on the way, too strong. Ball tips out, and Monroe County has it going the other way. Long pass down the floor. Here's Harlan, long 3, good. That was deep. 24-12. Barren County. We played almost 3 minutes of the second quarter. Brooks with it, top of the key. Over the right side it goes to Griggs. Griggs now sends it over to Stevens. Swings it left side to Brooks. Brooks looking. Now out top here is Shirley. High arching 3 is no good. Monroe County the rebound. It's John Owen Harlan with it. Wants a screen out there set. He goes right and gets cut off there by Griggs. Wants to penetrate in the lane. Throws up a wild shot that's no good. Rebound taken off by Shirley. Pointer wants to penetrate down the lane. Floating shot. No, missed everything. Shirley underneath. Pump fake. Puts it up. Got it.
Hitting the boards hard. I know that's at least 2 offensive putbacks we've gotten, probably more.
26-12, Barren County. 4:20 to play here in the first half. as they hand it off out there to Arnett. Arnett looking left. He's in a trap. In trouble. Gets rid of it to Knudsen. Knudsen back out now to Arnett. Arnett on the dribble. In a trap. Whistle. Ooh, a foul on Stevens.
Every ball screen, we're hitting them hard with a trap and taking advantage of some inexperienced ball handlers. That last three they hit broke a 6-minute scoring drought. They went from 3 minutes of the first period all the way to 5 minutes of the second quarter.
Ball comes out to Arnett. He's guarded by Stevens. Gets it across the line. Still on the dribble, going left side with it, reversing back right, heading into the lane. He'll throw it right side of the wing to Harlan for three, and he drains it. Timeout. With 3:53 to play here in the first half, Monroe County has cut it to an 11-point margin. Timeout brought to you by the People's Bank in Glasgow. Tune to 104 The Score every Monday at 4 o'clock for the Brown Sports Bag as James Brown and John Butler discuss high school and college sports with interviews with coaches and other special guests. Mondays at 4, Brown Sports Bag on 104 The Score. Trojanettes winning earlier tonight, 62-30 over the Monroe County Lady Falcons. We'll be on the road Monday night at Russell County for a girl-boy doubleheader. Tuesday night we'll be here at home with the Trojanettes taking on Elizabethtown. The boys will be up at Ohio County. Friday night we go to Allen County, Scottsville.
Western's up 3 at the half. They're playing La Tech 31-28.
Griggs with it, left elbow, looking inside, has to throw it back out to Withrow. In the corner, Brooks for three. It is bouncing, rolling good.
And a couple of bounces. Saw one in the girls' game that bounced all over the rim and went down from deep.
That's a People's Bank three-point shot for Eli Brooks, the 6'6 sophomore. Here's John Owen Harlan, shot too strong against the window, whistle, and a foul. Somebody pushed off Nike, and I believe that's going to be on Knudsen. His second and team sixth. 29-15, Trojans on top with 3:22 to play here in the first half. Withrow, bounce pass left side. It is Niken, and now, or whether it was Pointer for three, no good. Ball poked away out of bounds. Goes to Monroe with 3:10 left to play here in the first half. The second quarter is brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. John Owen Harlan will work it against Mason Griggs. Gets it across the midcourt stripe. Gets a screen set from Pettit. Wants to dribble off left as Brooks had a slide off on him. Arnett now being chased. He's in a trap. Losing the handle and double team. He was called for walking, and Barren County will get the ball.
We had a 2-on-1 going the other way, but they stopped play to get the violation.
Withrow, left elbow, Griggs pitches it out to Pointer, bluffs the three, now dribbles, hooks it down inside there to Niken, spin move, goes up with a shot with the left hand, good.
Took his time, backed his way down for an open layup.
11 points for Aiden Niken. It's 31-15 Trojans, their largest lead of the ball game. 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. Harlan with the basketball. Hands it off to Arnett. Back to Harlan. He'll fire it deep three, and it's no good. Rebound, put back up, no good, but a foul call to the Trojans. That was Emmert that got the offensive board. And the foul on Mason Griggs, his first, and that'll be Barron's sixth of the first half. Puts Deaton Emmert at the free throw line, a 5'11 junior. His shot goes up, and it's going to drop in. Hit the back of the iron, rolled up there and in. That is his first point of the ball game. 31-16. Second shot also good for Emmert. Makes it 31-17. 2:12 to go in the first half. Ball knocked out of bounds by Emmert. Tried to go long to Pointer. Barren will keep it out on the side. Withrow to Pointer. They go left side. It's Niken, a three. Knocks the bottom out of it. First three of the night for Aiden Niken. People's Bank three-point shot. 34-17. It doubles the score up on Monroe County. The ball comes out to Arnett, knocked away by Withrow, almost took it away. Harlan with it out front now for the Falcons, wanting a screen. Pettit sets it. Brooks slides off, like to get on a double team, and tipped away. Here comes Niken. He's going to go in for the shot, and he's fouled by Harlan. His first team 7th.
Niken tried to take it down and throw it down, and Harlan wasn't going to let him do that. Aiden only had 4 threes all last year. Knocked that one down. Shooting a couple more here in this game than he has in the past years.
Niken's first one, no good. He's 1 for 3 tonight from the charity stripe. But has scored 14 points. Second one, good. 15 for Aiden Niken, 35-17. Trojans with 1:35 to play here in the first half. Emmert with a basketball for Monroe County. Guarded out there by Tay Pointer. Bounce pass right to Pettit. They go down the corner to Knudsen. Back out it comes to Emmert. He's going to work it into the paint. Back out to Pettit. And now Pettit, crossover dribble, spin move, up in with a one-hand shot, no good. Niken with a rebound for the Trojans. He pushes it down the floor. Niken all the way for the bucket, and he lays it in.
He had 5 blue jerseys in front of him, and he beat every one of them back on defense.
20-point lead for Barren now. Ball got off somebody's foot, loose ball. Here comes Pointer. He'll go in for the layup, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. Swatted away by Emmert.
Was Aiden got 17? Is that what he's got?
Yes.
He's got as many points as Monroe County has as a team.
Yep. Niken, left side of the bucket to toss it in. It comes out to Withrow. Withrow trying to penetrate. Pump fake, off-balance shot, no. And rebound by Niken. He puts it up and in.
Just bigger and stronger than everybody in there.
19 now for Aiden Niken. It is 39-17, Barren. 43 seconds to play here in the first half. Harlan with the basketball on the left side, looking for Arnett. Got rid of it to him. Circles around out front, goes to the right side, gets a screen from Pettit, hands it off out there to Emmert. Emmert wants to penetrate down the lane, puts it up with the left hand, and he put it in.
I just didn't rotate the way we should have there. We get one shot here to end the half, up 20.
39-19. 20 seconds to play here before the break. Withrow dribbles the basketball, the Trojan logo. Working to the left side, getting some pressure now from Arnett. Hooks it off the back door, and it's Pointer laying it up and in. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul.
That's way under the rim. It's a good play, good setup on the back door, and the kid came underneath the rim to kind of undercut him, I thought.
Waves off the basket. Tay Pointer's second personal with 5.7 to go. Arnett throws it, and it's deflected, but it's caught, and in the corner, Pettit wide open with a 3. Air ball. That's the end of the first half. Halftime, Barren County 39, Monroe County 19. We'll come back with our halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank in just a moment. And always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. is halftime here at Trojan Gym as the Barren County Trojans lead the Monroe County Falcons 39-19. Trojans jumped out to a 19-9 lead at the end of the first quarter. They doubled the score up on Monroe County in the second quarter, scoring 20 to the Falcons 10. This is the halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Monroe County only 6 field goals in the first half, and 3 of those were three-point shots. They hit all 4 of their free throw attempts. And John Owen Harlan with a couple of threes for his 6 points in the first half. Brandon Sheffield scored 4. 4 points for Deaton Emmert, a 3-point for Austin Arnett. 2-point basket for Jamison Pruitt. Clayton Biggerstaff went out of the ball game apparently with an injury. He did not return. Peyton Knudsen did not score. Jamison Pettit saw action but did not score in the first half. For the Trojans, a total of 16 field goals. 4 of those were three-pointers, and they were 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. Aiden Niken has 19 of Barren County's 39 points, almost half, and he had 8 baskets. One of those a three-point shot, and he was 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. Tay Pointer hit 2 threes early in the ball game and hit 1 of 2 free throws for his 7 points. Ryan Shirley with a couple of baskets for 4. Corbin Murphy has 2. Mason Griggs with 2. Eli Brooks has come off the bench to hit a 3 and a 2 for his 5 points. Gavin Withrow started the ball game, has not scored. Colton Stevens saw action but did not score in the first half. Well, what we got stat-wise?
All right. We shot 50% from the half. Pretty good half. Rebounding from our poor outing against Harlan County. So I really like to see 16 of 32 here on the paper in front of me. Held Monroe to just 6 of 21 for 28% for the half. Our defense has been very intense. I like our game plan on ball screens should just come and trap. That doesn't give them an outlet because of their smaller guards. Our bigger presence has really trapped and created a lot of havoc for them. 4 of 9 from three-point land, being selective when we take the threes, really looking inside with Aiden and everybody crashing the glass when we do miss shots. So 4 of 9, 44% from 3. Held Monroe to 3 of 10, 30%. Rebounding's pretty equal, 13 to 11. Trojans, turnover-wise, forced them into 12 turnovers and gotten several layups off of that. We've just turned it over 4 times. So we've taken care of the basketball. I love our defensive intensity. We're shooting the ball well. And we looked to get some good looks early that built our confidence, and I think that really carried us into the towards the end of the first half. After we kind of got going, we created that separation. It was a close game for the majority of that first quarter, and then the last 3 minutes we went on a spurt and carried that on to our 20-point lead that we have here at the break.
And on the Coca-Cola scoreboard at the end of 1 in the boys' game between Glasgow and Allen County Scottsville, ACS lead the Scotties 13-10.
13-10, so pretty close game there. We'll be interested to see how that one plays out. I said it would be easier to get scores tonight because there was a ton of games, but I guess I lied to everybody. I can't get a score at all outside of that Allen County Glasgow game. The only one I've seen is Greenwood and Bowling Green, and their score at half is about like ours. I think it's 38-18. Bowling Green's up 20 over the Gators at the half, and that's probably to be expected like we saw in here on Monday night.
Of course, there were a few games canceled tonight due to the COVID issues going on. Edmondson County boys at Grayson County, that was canceled. South Warren boys at Christian County canceled. And the Warren Central, Warren East games were canceled tonight as well. And there could have been a few more that we didn't know about until late. Russell County was at Clinton County tonight at a girl-boy doubleheader. Also, Campbellsville at Greene County, Bowling Green at Greenwood, Caverna at Hart, E-Town girls at South Warren, Owensboro girls at Todd County Central. Those were the games on the schedule for tonight, and games around the area brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. That's CRS Construction. Trojanettes winning earlier tonight 62-30 over Monroe County, and Glasgow girls beat Allen County Scottsville 37-33. Don't forget, lots of action next week. We'll be on the road Monday night at Russell County for a girl-boy doubleheader. Girls game will start at 6. We'll be on there about 5:40 Monday night from Russell County. Tuesday night, we'll be back here for the Trojanettes game against Elizabethtown. The Trojans will be at Ohio County the same night on Tuesday, so we'll do the girls game here on Tuesday night. And then a week from tonight, big district doubleheader between Barren County and Allen County, Scottsville on the road in Scottsville. We're going to get ready for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial opening second half. After quickly, we have the Zaxby second half keys to the game.
Keep your intensity that you had in the first half, and I think that defense leads to your offense.
Third quarter coming up, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. This is Barren County High basketball, and it's presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Early, do a little studying, take the dog out.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other.
Glad to have you with us tonight here from Barren County High School. You're listening to our broadcast on Nash 103.7, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at Nash1037.com, also on 104thescore.com, and streaming live on BCHS Live this evening. Freshman JV boys have a game here tomorrow against Russell County, and the Barren County Middle School girls will be at Logan County for basketball play tomorrow. As far as the foul situation in the first half, Jamison Pruitt picked up 3 for Monroe County, and Tay Pointer, Corbin Murphy picked up 2 for Barren County in that first half. It'll be Monroe County's basketball. Arnett will start the second half for the Falcons, along with Harlan, Sheffield. Got Pruitt back on the floor, and who am I leaving out? Emmert, I'm sorry. Trojans going back with Griggs, Withrow, Niken, Shirley, and Pointer. Harlan wants to drive with it. Goes in the corner, dumps it off to Pruitt. Pruitt turns, works against Shirley inside. They're left of the lane. Going to have to do something with it. Shovels it back out to Harlan. Jumper 15-footer. Good. That was a tough shot.
Sure was.
Hand in his face. 8 points for Harlan. Pointer out of the corner for a 3. No. Griggs with the offensive board. Comes out to the right wing. He'll send it back out front now to Withrow. Withrow against Arnett. Niken sets a screen. Goes right. Pulls up with a jumper. 15-footer. Banked it in.
I think his arm got hit and deflected the basketball. Caused it to go off the glass. But any way it goes through the net, we'll take it.
First 2 points for Gavin Withrow tonight on the People's Bank shot. Up to 20, 41-21 Trojans. That's what it was at halftime. Here's Harlan with a jumper from 10.
Got a couple buckets to start. 2 tough shots.
Griggs on the right side with it for the Trojans. Doesn't look at the 3. Now he's picked up his dribble, comes to Pointer, swings to the left side. Niken pulls the trigger for 3. Bingo.
Aiden's just feeling everything tonight, not afraid to let it go.
22 for Niken.
Said he made 4 threes all last year and made 2 tonight.
And now the lead is 21. That's the largest lead of the ball game for Barren. 44-23. They go inside. There's Pruitt putting it up and in.
Still trapping off the ball screen, but we went for the steal. That left the whole backside open.
44-25. Pointer has it, hands it off now to Niken's going to fire up another 3-point shot. He knocks it down.
Like I said,
47-25.
Got the hot hand right now. You find it.
Harlan will bring it across the midcourt stripe for Monroe County. Pruitt comes to set a screen. Trying to switch off. They try to come chasing him now. Harlan dumps it behind him. Bad pass. Here comes Shirley with it for Barren. Ryan Shirley will send it over to Withrow on the right side. In the corner, Pointer trying to go baseline. A whistle, and they're going to have a foul. And it's going to be on Sheffield. His first, team's first of the second half. Jamison Pettit will come in to replace Deaton Emmert for Monroe. Barren County will take it out as Withrow will be the right side of the bucket. Looking, floats it out to Niken. Long range 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Griggs knocked it out of bounds. Couldn't grab it. It'll be Monroe County's basketball.
Little heat check there for Aiden. Caught it maybe a step behind the line more than he felt comfortable with.
A little bit too far out. Working with it is Sheffield against Pointer on the right side of the floor. Reverses it back left. They come chasing him now. He dribbled it off his foot, goes out of bounds.
Again, it's the trap off the ball screen. The guards are having trouble handling the pressure, and you think there's a little inexperience there for sure, and it just makes everything harder when you got the pressure in your face.
Griggs going to fire up a 3-pointer. Good. Mason Griggs, 3 of the 4 baskets here in the third quarter behind the arc for the Trojans.
Law of averages, everything's evening out from Tuesday.
And it's 50-25. Harlan goes in for the shot, a collision, offensive foul on Harlan's. He ran into Mason Griggs. Second foul on Harlan. That's 2 on the Falcons here in the second half. No, it wasn't. Is that 3 on him?
I'm not sure. I was watching a replay to see if I
thought there was only 2 on Harlan. Griggs, top of the key, bounces off to Niken. He'll throw it back to Griggs. Griggs drives, spins, in trouble, up and under move, throws it up against the side of the backboard. And Monroe County with the basketball. We got Caleb Smith in the ball game now for Monroe County. His first action tonight, a 5'11 junior. Harlan in a trap, trying to dribble away. He does, goes in for the shot against Niken, and Niken fouls him. Going to be his first, team's first, the second half.
The only thing we got to work on a little bit is when they get out of that trap, our rotation has to happen a little quicker so we don't give up lanes and have to foul.
Harlan's shot's too strong. Off the rim. Eli Brooks and Corbin Murphy will come in for Ryan Shirley and Gavin Withrow.
Go with our bigger lineup. I think this is kind of when we went on that little spark run when we went with that bigger lineup earlier in the game.
Harlan's second shot won't go. Rebound to Niken. Niken crossover to the right. And he dribbled it off the back of his foot. He picked it back up, though. Going to go under. Feeds it in there to Pointer. The shot goes in, and he's fouled.
Aiden didn't have a great handle on the ball. Nowhere to go underneath the rim. Aiden found Tay right in the right spot.
Foul is on Arnett, his first, team's third. That assist brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. Here's Pointer at the line. His shot's good. 3-point play the old-fashioned way for Tay Pointer.
No, he called it off.
Or to mark it off?
Yeah, Tay stepped across the line.
Okay.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah. Takes a point away. It's 52-26. Or 53-26. I think that's what they've got on the board. 4:24 to play here in the third quarter. Harlan with the basketball against Eli Brooks. Wants to take him one-on-one. Having some trouble shaking Eli off. Now they come to set a screen. Goes left side. There's Smith with it. He'll give it off to Pettit. Pettit's going to drive to the bucket, and he puts it up and in. 53-27. I guess that's what the score is supposed to be.
I think that is right.
Bad pass. Harlan grabs it. He takes off with it. Pulls up at the free throw line. His jumper, no. Brooks up high for the rebound. Gives it off to Griggs. Griggs now sends it to Niken to the left corner. Niken back out now to Griggs. 3:42 to play here in the third with Barren up 53-27. They go inside on a bounce feed down low intended for Murphy. Smith down to the floor. Got rid of the basketball to Harlan. Glasgow, Allen County, Scottsville tied at 30 at halftime.
Interesting.
After this Allen County Scottsville team beat Monroe by 43 the other night. Got a turnover by Monroe County. Barren will get it back with 3:20 to play here in the third quarter. Griggs with the basketball for the Trojans. Looking left, long bounce pass comes over to Withrow. He'll circle out to the right side of the top of the key. Gives to Brooks. Brooks wants to drive, falls down with the basketball, but the ball got over there to Withrow. Withrow on the right baseline. He's trapped. Going to have to do something with it. Gives it back to Brooks. Brooks 15-footer the right side short. And battle for the rebound. Loose ball, whistle, and it's going to go to Monroe as Murphy was trying to chase it down with Pruitt from Monroe County. The ball comes into play to Harlan. Harlan against Eli Brooks. Bounce pass over to Smith. They work it in there to Pettit. Here's a lob down to Pruitt. Pruitt spinning, kicking it back for a three for Arnett. No good. Ball knocked down by Harlan. Goes out of bounds as Brooks was trying to go with the rebound.
Good defense all the way around. Corbin forced him to kick it back out. Off-balance shot, get the rebound, and good possession defensively.
2:30 left to play here in the third. Barren up by 26.
See if we can stretch it to the 30 mark.
Griggs gets a screen from Murphy. Bounce pass intended for Murphy, and it got back of somebody's leg. Turnover by Barren. Harlan's got it. He'll give it over to Arnett. Back to Harlan. Looking for Arnett again. He'll back out of the dribble. Trying to set things up. Pruitt comes to set a screen, but Brooks stays with Harlan. Giving it off to Arnett. Arnett on the left side of the floor. Bounce pass down low. Broken up, stolen by Murphy. Murphy, and gets tripped up in the backcourt.
Big guy trying to run the break there. He had numbers. If he could have put down one more dribble, I think he could have threw it ahead for the assist.
It's going to be 4 on Jamison Pruitt, and the 4th team foul of the Falcons here in the second half.
He's had a rough night, not been able to stay on the floor very much, and when he has been on the floor, we've D'd him up well.
Colton Stevens in the ball game for the Trojans. Handles a point against Arnett, reverses back right, gets it up to Withrow, gets a screen from Pointer, throws it back to Pointer, right wing, 3 in the air, bounces off the rim. Rebound to Knutson for Monroe County. Arnett with it out front. Looking, hands it off to Harlan coming by. Harlan throws it over the head of Pettit and out of bounds. Ryan Shirley back into the Trojan lineup. And Sheffield returns for the Falcons. Minute 25 to play here in the third quarter. Ball comes into Stevens. He'll give it to Withrow. Withrow will work against Emmert across the line. Sends it off now to Stevens to the right wing. Stevens out top to Brooks. Swings it left side to Withrow. Shirley posted up in there. High post Murphy. Throws it back to Withrow. Now floats it down low in there. Shirley throwing it up. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Slapped out of bounds by Monroe. It stays with the Trojans underneath with 1 minute to play in a third.
I thought two of our guys just knocked it out of each other's hands.
Stevens off to Withrow. Back to Stevens. Here's Withrow. 3-point shot. No. Rebound to Emmert from Monroe County. Emmert taking it to the left side. Now here's Pettit. Free throw line. Throws it back behind him over to Emmert. Gives it out to Sheffield. Sheffield working left side. Hands it off now to Arnett. Wow, foul here on Withrow will be his first of the reach.
Foul number 3, Gavin Withrow, his first, team second.
Second team foul of the Trojans here in the second half with 36 seconds to play here in the third period. Emmert off. Now here's Sheffield kicking it out to Pettit. Pettit with a spin move on Shirley. Trying to bounce it down low to Knutson. Out of bounds off the Trojans. Sheffield will toss it out to Knutson. Gives it to Emmert, top of the key. Drives against Stevens. Stevens goes down. Going to have an offensive foul on Emmert.
Good job by Colton. He did sell it well, but I think it was a charge regardless. Just hustling in legal guarding position gets you some points there.
13 seconds left in the quarter. Stevens works against Arnett. Works it in there to Brooks. Turnaround jump shot in the lane. Good. Eli Brooks with 7. 55-28. Desperation shot goes out of bounds by Sheffield. That will end the third quarter. After 3, it's Barren County 55, Monroe County 27. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Fourth and final quarter brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojans 55, Falcons 27. Trojans outscoring the Falcons 16-8 in that third period of play. As Gavin Withrow will bring it up court against Emmert. Withrow, bounce pass over to Shirley on the right side of the floor. And now what do we got? Moving screen against Corbin Murphy. 3 on Murphy. That's 3 on the Trojans in the second half. Harlan with the basketball for the Falcons. Trying to get the double screen out top. And now dumps it down into Pettit. And he'll lay it up and in. Breaking to the basket. Jamison Pettit, his second field goal. It's 55-29. Brooks thought about the 3, that moves in for a 15-foot jumper that's no good. Ball tapped over and a foul. It's going to be on Barren. Brooks.
Foul's on number 20, Eli Brooks. His
First one on Brooks, 4 on the Trojans in the second half.
Got lost on our last defensive possession. We've done really good defensively. We've held Monroe to 10 or under in every quarter so far.
Harlan with it on the left side, gets a screen from Pruitt, then he backs away. And then out top, here comes Sheffield. Down in the corner now to Emmert. Emmert now looking for Pettit. He's got it in the corner, trying to go baseline, cut off by Shirley. Back out it comes now to Sheffield, going in for the shot, banked it in, falling away. Sheffield with his first point since the first quarter. It's 55-31. Brooks with it deep on the right wing. Brooks, he's going to fire it up there. 3 in the air. No, it's an air ball. Taken by Emmert for the Falcons. Emmert floats it in there to Pruitt, and he puts it up and in.
They've got 3 buckets in a minute and a half here to start the fourth period.
6-0 run for Monroe County in the first minute and a half. And Withrow over to Stevens. Stevens reversing back to the right. He'll give it out to Brooks. Swings it over to Withrow on the right wing. Looking down low for Murphy, posted up in there. Now Brooks back over to Withrow. Withrow wants to drive with it. Throws up the runner. No good. Goes to the floor hard, and he may be shaken up. Here's Stevens going inside there to Brooks. He puts it up and in. Banked it in.
Yeah, Gavin a little slow getting up, but I think he's all right, hustling back.
On the other end, swiped away from Withrow. They're going to call him with a foul. His second, team's 5th.
Well, number 3, Kevin Withrow, second, team's 5th.
Going to get Ryan Shirley. Aiden Eichen will also come back in for the Trojans. Aiden Eichen tonight with 25 points. Harlan gets the ball in play to Pruitt. He'll throw it back in the corner to Pettit. Now Pettit and had it knocked down by Shirley, and then Pettit touched it last. Tay Pointer comes in for Ryan Shirley. Tay Pointer floats it in to Niken. Niken will bring it down on their left side. Murphy set a screen for him. Niken in traffic, throws up the shot. It's good. 27 now for Aiden Niken.
That last group maybe had some, wasn't our best offensive group. You get Aiden back in, you automatically get a bucket.
Yeah. 59-33, Barren County with 5:20 to go in the ball game. Harlan 15-footer, left side, no good. Rebound Niken. Niken in the front court. Off it goes to Stevens, trying to work around his defender. Throws it back in the corner. Niken for 3. It's short. And rebound comes off to Pruitt for Monroe County. Harlan races across the timeline, goes left side, spin move, goes up with a one-hand shot, too strong against the window. Niken with it for Barren, down the middle of the floor, takes it inside, puts up the shot, blocking foul. Let's see if they count the basket. I believe they do.
Sure do. They just beating them to the other end of the floor. You shouldn't be quicker with the basketball than they are without.
Pettit charged with his second personal. That's number 6 on the Falcons here in the second half. And Aiden Niken will go to the free throw line for a chance to make an old-fashioned three-point play. 61-33 Trojans. Niken hits it. 30 points now for Aiden Niken. 62-33. 4:46 still to go. And here's a bad pass. Batted right back to Arnett. Being chased out there. Goes right side with it. Hands it off out there. And a 3 straight away by Sheffield. He knocks the bottom out of it. Sheffield with his 9th point of the ball game makes it 62-36 with 4:32 left to play.
They get more field goals this quarter than they have all the other quarters too, right? Mm-hmm. The most.
They only had 6 the first half, and they've got 8 here in the second half.
Already 4.
4 in the third and 4 in the fourth so far.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through the fourth period, and they've already got 4 field goals. So they found something that works. They've kicked it back out for that 3 there, the last possession, and they've gotten a couple of things going to the basket. It's not the roller that's getting the baskets. It's just a guy off the ball where we get the trap. They get somebody going to the rim, and our rotation hadn't been great on defense, and it's taking advantage. It's not like the game game's in danger, but kind of like Piper said in her post game, when we play Ohio County or we play Russell County or we play Allen County next week, those little bitty things matter. And we're getting some guys. We're trying to get guys some minutes tonight, just to get that experience, to try to fix those things, get it on film, let them see it, and ultimately come back to practice and fix it.
This fourth quarter is brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. 4:32 left to go in the game. Barren County leads at 62-36. Niken trying to go one-on-one. Switch over dribble. Goes to the basket, lays it in.
Aiden's been just the best player on the floor tonight, and Monroe doesn't have an answer.
32 now for Aiden Niken.
He's 4 points behind Monroe.
Yeah, he's got half of the Barren County points. 64-36. Pettit over to Emmert. Emmert at Arnett. Arnett on the dribble out front. Goes right side with it in the corner. Emmert brings it out halfway. Sheffield wants to penetrate down the lane. Throws it up. It's good. Sheffield has scored 7 of his 11 here in the fourth quarter. 64-38. 3:45 left to go. As Stevens works it down into the key, he'll throw it back over to Pointer. Now Pointer left side over to Niken, going into the basket. Ooh, he got bumped there, no call. Stevens saves it going out of bounds. Murphy's there to get it, gets rid of it to Pointer. Pointer thought about the three, now wants to penetrate down the lane, flips it up, it's no good, missed it badly. And then Niken got the rebound. We got a whistle and a foul underneath the basket. Got a holding foul on Jamison Pruitt.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. He'll foul out with 6 points.
1-on-1. Let's see who. I don't know if it was Aiden that was fouled or not.
Blaine Watson, 5'10", 135 sophomores checked in. Lane Stevens, 6 foot 155 junior, number 12. Number 40, Travis Jones, 6'1", 210, a senior. And did I get everybody? Corbin Murphy's at the line. And the shot goes up, and it is no good. Trickled off the rim.
Watson, Murphy, Stevens, and Jones.
Okay. 3:18 left, 64-38, Barren County. Sheffield with a basketball, reversing back left, trying to go baseline. He's cut off by Lane Stevens. So he gets rid of it out to Arnett. Pettit sets a screen for him. He'll go to drive against Jones. Stops, looks, bounces it out to Knudsen. Straight away out to Sheffield. Sheffield's going to float it inside. There's Pettit, puts it up and in.
It's a good advantage of there no help on the backside there. Slide over and make it tougher.
64-40, 2:48 to play. As Colton Stevens has it, working against Harlan. Left side Lane Stevens. Over it goes to Watson, hit the official. There it went over. It went out of bounds. Here's a shot going up, partially blocked. Ball knocked down. Knudsen's got it from Monroe, racing down the floor. Bounce pass off to Harlan. Pulls up with a jumper, too strong. And Watson can't handle the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Stays with Monroe underneath.
24-point game. This group's goal is to not let it get any smaller than that. They've got to be good defensively.
And Pettit sends it off in the corner. Arnett out to Harlan. Harlan goes to the free throw line. A fall-away shot misses everything, and it goes out of bounds. With 2:18 left. Taylor Ogles, number 21, 6'1", 170 sophomore. And let's see who else is coming in. 32. Jonah Blackburn, 6'1", 175 junior.
I think that's everybody we got dressed out tonight.
In for Monroe County, Wade Dupree, 5'9", sophomore, number 15. And Caleb Smith also coming back in for Monroe County, played a little bit earlier. And now Watson trying to go up sideline. He's going to be fouled by Arnett. It's 2 on him, and it's going to put Watson at the line for the 1 and bonus. Shot goes up. It is no good. Rebound slapped out. Monroe County with the ball. 3 by Arnett. No. Rebound Knudsen as they keep it alive with 2 minutes to play here in the ball game. Arnett driving it to the basket over the left hand and in.
This has by far been their best offensive quarter. I guess that means it's our worst defensive.
Yeah, Barren led by 28 at the end of the third quarter. It was 55-27. Lane Stevens left open. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound put back up and no good by Watson. Put back up and in by Ogles.
Good job staying with it. With multiple looks, finally got one to drop through.
Arnett again goes to the basket. He missed the shot. Rebound inside. Knudsen back to Arnett in the corner, and he fires and hits. Arnett was 7 points. 66-44. Got a full timeout with 1:23 left to go in the ball game. Barren County up 66-44. As we mentioned, it was a 28-point lead. I think that was the largest.
Yeah, kind of like the girls couldn't put it over the hump of 30 or even get close to the running clock, but it's not anything but just something to kind of a mark to say you got to with the running clock. You need to get some of these young kids to play just like you did in the girls' game. When you get to running clock, that time just evaporates, and it's like you're not out there at all.
That loss by Monroe on Tuesday night to Allen, 73-30. Patriots shot 54% from the field in that game. They were 31 of 58, and they hit 6 out of 15 threes.
Well, they've got that capability. Shirley's got the ability to just take it over offensively, and he's got multiple other weapons if he's not firing on all cylinders. So, I think we ultimately had a good game offensively down the stretch. It's easy to let up when you're up by 20 plus defensively. So we've got to be better defensively next Friday night when we see Allen.
Monroe County has a couple of new players in the ball game. We'll try to pick it up for you here as we go. Lane Stevens with the basketball as he works against Dubry in the backcourt, gets it across the line, and it's tipped away and stolen by Arnett. Arnett driving it to the basket, throws it up. It's no good. He's fouled. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. And Watson picks up the foul. And in the game is Keaton Biggerstaff, number 5, a 6'1 sophomore. Number 20, Caleb Smith. I think we got him. Here's Arnett's free throw. It's good. And did I miss somebody?
You got 33.
33 is Wade Webb, a 5'9 sophomore. Shot goes up and no good for Arnett. Rebound at Lane Stevens. 1:08 left in the game. Here's Travis Jones driving to the bucket, up with the left hand to the right-hand side and lays it in. 68-45, a minute to play. Arnett with it for Monroe County. Picks up his dribble, straight away over to Dubry. Dubry now wants to float it. It's picked off in there by Ogles. He'll send it down the floor underneath, and it's Lane Stevens going up with a shot. He missed it. Rebound comes off to Monroe County's Smith. Smith, he's going to drive to the hoop. Batted away off the board. Either Watson or Blackburn got a hand on it. Here's Travis Jones down underneath, and a shot is good for Ogles. 70-45 with 22 seconds to play.
I couldn't tell who got the block, but good job running the floor and not giving up on the play.
Shot out of the right corner for Monroe. No. Jones with the rebound. 12 seconds to go. Coach Warren Cunningham says just slow it down. Just let the time run out. Trojans are going to win by 25 over Monroe County tonight. 70-45 over the Falcons. We'll come back with a post-game report brought to you by CPC Commodities. Proven in our farm, made for yours. This is Barren County High basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
For a new place to bank, consider South Central Bank.
It was 70-45, Barren County Trojans over the Monroe County Falcons tonight here at Trojan Gym. We welcome you to the CPC Commodities Postgame Report. CPC Commodities, proven in our farm, made for yours. Trojans led at every stop. It was 19-9 at the end of the first quarter, 39-19 at halftime. It was 55-27 after 3 periods of play. Barren County scores 15 in the last quarter to Monroe County's 18. So Monroe County actually outscored the Trojans in that fourth quarter, 18-15, but finished with a 25-point victory tonight as Monroe County drops to 0-2 overall and 0-2 in district play. The Trojans improved to 1-2 overall and 1-0 in district play. For Monroe County tonight, they had 18 field goals. 4 of those were three-pointers. They were 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. Despite only scoring 45 points, he had 2 players in double figures. Brandon Sheffield had 11 points tonight. He scored 7 of those in the fourth quarter. John Owen Harlan scores 10 points tonight. He knocked down a couple of threes in the second period of play. Austin Arnett with 8 points tonight. He hit a 3, had a couple of 2s and a free throw in the fourth quarter. Finishes with 8. 6 points for Jamison Pruitt and 4 for Deaton Emmert. Clayton Beggerstaff started the ball game but went out early with an injury, and of course Tucker Glass did not play tonight because of an injured ankle yesterday in practice. The Trojans finishes with 29 field goals, 7 three-pointers, and 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Aiden Niken with a big night. 32 points for Aiden Niken, and he had 19 of those in the first half. Hit 3 threes in the ball game, so 32 for Niken. He was the only Trojan in double figures. Tate Warner just under double figures. He had 9 points and a couple of threes, a 2-point basket, 1 of 2 at the line. Eli Brooks saw quite a few minutes tonight. He had 9 points tonight, 4 baskets, 1 of those a 3-point shot. Mason Griggs scores 5. He had a 3 and a 2. 4 points for Ryan Shirley. 2 points for Gavin Withrow. Corbin Murphy scored 2, and Travis Jones had 2. Taylor Ogle scored 4 there late in the ball game for Barren County. And our Monticello Bank Trojan MVP player of the game tonight,
I mean, it's hard not to give it to Aiden,
32.
right?
I mean, when you score 30 or more, you've got to be the MVP.
Right. I think he just took over the game at some points, and like I said earlier in the game, he was the best player on the floor on both ways.
Yep. Well, we've got other stats there to pass along.
Sure. And very much appreciate not having to keep the stats tonight.
Cameron did a good job. Thanks, Cameron. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll start with Barren County. Barren County had 29 out of 61 field goals, 47%, 7 of 19 from 3. So you come back from a 5% performance from three-point land to shoot 36, make 7 of them. It was a completely different game, and I do give credit to Tay. He started the game with those couple of threes, and I really think he built that momentum for us to have the rest of the way. We got up 18 more shots than Monroe County. Monroe County only had 43 field goal attempts. They hit 18 of them. They shot above 40%, but we still held them to not very many shots. 18 of 43. They were 4 of 14 from 3, 28%. Rebounds were fairly even. We out-rebounded them 23 to 20, but we forced them into 19 turnovers and only turned it over 9. So very good job taking care of the basketball. And it got sloppy at times there at the end, and defensively we got a little sloppy, but that's going to be expected when you're up 20 like we talked about. So good effort.
Yep. More of our post-game coming up here from Trojan Gym, where Barren County wins tonight 70-45 over Monroe County. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Most Barren County farmers, you want feed products and nutritional supplements that are proven to work for your operation.
construction business.
Coach's Comments brought to you by McDonald's, and Coach Warren Cunningham joins us here courtside. Coach, congratulations to you. After two rough losses Monday and Tuesday, bounce back with a district win over Monroe County and Aiden Nyken, 32 points tonight.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, we just needed to win. Any way that we could get it just to kind of get us going, hopefully a little bit. But Aiden was really good. I thought our team had a little bit more bounce in our step as far as our aggressiveness to rebounds and to get the ball to the rim. Still didn't shoot a lot of free throws, but we got the ball there, and I thought that was really important.
Yeah, you had 29 field goals to Monroe's 18. They were missing Tucker Glass tonight. I think he injured his ankle yesterday in practice. And then Biggerstaff went out early in the game, but they're a scrappy ball club.
Yeah, they are, and I mean they always are like that, regardless of the talent level. They always play extremely hard, and this is a good rivalry game. It's a district game, so there's always it's always an intense game. So they're going to get after you. They're going to fight. They're going to play really hard. So you have to play that way too, or they can certainly do some damage.
Tay Pointer started the ball game hitting those 2 threes. That kind of got things going for you there early.
It's contagious, just like missing them. When you miss a lot early in the game, we missed some chippies early in both games earlier in the week, and I think it makes it harder for guys to make shots. And then you get tonight and Tay coming out and making those 2 early, and you could just kind of see that kind of loosen up our team. And it's like I said, it's contagious, just like missing them. So that was good. That was good for him, and he's very capable of that. And he shot it really well in practice, and I think it's important that he continues in all of our guys to have confidence. And our guys got in. They wanted to come in early this morning to get some shots. Most of our older guys were in early today before school hours and here getting in shots. So that was that kind of stuff pays off.
He hit 7 threes tonight. I think that was out of 19 attempts. I believe that's what we had on the stat sheet, by four different guys hitting threes for you tonight.
Yeah, and that's important. It's probably not going to be one guy, and we don't. We talked a little bit the last couple of days about at times, especially when they're not going in, about being a little bit more selective. But teams, especially the way they were playing Aiden, it opens those up because they're really trying to keep him out of the lane and collapse in there on him. So guys are going to certainly have some opportunities, and it's important to shoot good ones and to make some of them along the way.
I know you missed Aiden Miller tonight, but Eli Brooks came in and gave you some quality minutes.
Yeah, he's getting better by the day, and his length really helps him get his shot off. It helps him rebound the ball, and he's just learning the things that he has to do to be a good player, other than just shoot the ball. As far as guarding and rebounding, and he's just he's so much better today than he was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and because he really struggled the first few weeks of practice, and I think he was having a hard time because he wasn't making shots, but that's all that he was trying to do. And he's trying to guard, he's trying to rebound, and it's like I told him the first couple of days in practice that he did that. It's not a coincidence that when you're doing that, you suddenly make more shots. So he's getting better, and he can help us, like I said, because of his length and his skills and his ability to make some plays offensively.
Has he really grown 5 inches since last year?
Yeah, he has. And
I couldn't believe it when he first walked out there.
Yeah, he really has. It was he did some stretching or something over the quarantine, but yeah, he did. And he was texting me back in the summer that he had grown. And before we had seen those guys, we went several weeks without seeing them much, other than on a Google Meet or something. But yeah, he has. He's really grown, and it's helped him.
That's good. We got 3 games next week. Go to Russell County Monday. Usually you have an extra day of practice, but now we're doing a Monday, Tuesday, Friday thing because of the way COVID is. But you go to Russell County on Monday, Ohio County Tuesday, Allen County, Scottsville next Friday for big district game. 3 road games next week after having 3 home games this week. But Russell County on Monday night. What's your thoughts about them?
Well, they've got a very experienced team. They returned most of those guys off of last year's team. You know, Ham and several of their guards.
Milburn.
As well. That's right. Yeah, Milburn is kind of, he's really kind of exploded. You know, he was a guy that didn't play much, and all of a sudden he starts playing. He makes shots. He grew. You know, his dad was a really good player at Vanderbilt, and he really grew, and he can make shots, and his length, kind of like Eli. You know, Eli's hopefully getting to that point, but his length allows him to make plays and make shots that kind of over people at times. But they have a really experienced team, and they gave us a really battle here late in the season last year, and they've got pretty much the same team. So I think they had Clinton tonight. They got Somerset tomorrow, and so everybody, you're not really at a disadvantage with the whole 3 games a week, because I think everybody's on that schedule if you can find games and if all of them are played. So it's important that our guys get rest, that they stay safe, and that we try to come back and be ready to go Monday for a busy week, like you said, on the road. So we play 3 good teams. I mean, it's 3 really good teams and tough places to play, even if there's not very many people there.
Coach, tonight's game, they put you 1-0 in the district, and Monroe County now falls to 0-2, and you go by the first 3 games. We talked about that early. The first 3 district games, no matter when they're played.
That's right, and it's just it's the first game that dictates the district standings, and obviously that has been done on a one-time basis because of the situation that we're dealing with the pandemic. But they did they did that with volleyball and with soccer in the fall. When we're scheduled to play all those teams twice, our district teams twice, but the second time, if we play them the second time, it just won't count toward the district standings.
Right. Coach, congratulations to you. We'll see you on Monday.
Thanks, Jay.
All right. Coach Warren Cunningham of the Trojans winning over the Falcons here on the home court tonight, 70-45 against Monroe County. We'll come back and wrap things up after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7.
Where hardworking, everyday people of Kentucky